We are going live in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of No Jumper News. Today is Monday, August 25th. Lush. What's going on? Who we got with us today?
Hey, you feel me? It's a cast of some of the cemented all-stars in the scene that have been holding it down for a fat minute. We got an exciting day / week ahead of us in No Jumper, and it's only right that we kick it off with two of the contenders for No Jumper Rookie of the Year, if we're being completely honest, you feel me? Obviously, on my right-hand side, you feel me? Keeping it Tracy as always, you feel me? Like, he cares not about anything else other than what the rest say.
Okay.
Or were the bed lays. You feel me? Nah, you feel me? Young and Hefe in the building, as we know, you feel me? Doing the most and wearing are those Ferragamos or
Nah, bro, these are some filling pieces. What are these called? Loafers, some loafies.
Some penny loafers.
man?
You
You
feel me?
click them 3 times, you feel me? Ain't no place like home, player. You feel me? Like
Take me back to the beach.
Got the tap dancers on,
You'll be
man.
you'll be in Venice in
The lemon
25
pepper
minutes.
steppers.
Yeah.
The
The lemon pepper steppers.
We got my man, you feel me? Ricky, aka Mr. Birdsong, FKA
Yes, sir.
Flip. You feel
Yes,
me?
sir.
Yeah.
Many monikers to come. Sticky Dicky Ricky. They was calling me that in the chat. I'm gonna roll with that. You know what I be on.
It's like they know something already.
Yeah.
Actually, shouts out our brother Listed. I logged in with him. You feel me?
Oh,
A couple
bet.
days ago. Been
Yeah.
chopping up with him real
That's
quick
what's
on
up.
the Instas.
Shout out Listed.
Yeah.
Shout out Listed, my big bro, man, for life.
What was you on this weekend, Ant?
What did we do this weekend? Oh yeah, we was at my boy HD, my boy Half Dead, one of my childhood friends. He passed in 2005 when we was teenagers. So this was like the 20th memorial, you know what I'm saying? I slid on him, you know what I'm saying? Me and everybody from the block, you know what I'm saying, I used to live on, you know what I'm saying, I ain't seen in years. It was like a big old reunion, you know what I'm saying? We was up there, you know, at the graveside, dropped some flowers off, smoked with my boy, you know, those that was drinking, had a few drinks, reminisced, talked about the old times, then slid from there, met up with my boy, Rich Mac, you know what I'm saying, out of Pomona. We shot a video to this song. I'm gonna drop the song in 2 days called Heart Code, if you feel me. So we shot the video to that. And as we were shooting the video to that, you know what I'm saying, hit the jazz festival in Gardena, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Good
it.
old jazz festival, man. It was
Okay.
popping, man. On everything.
Hell yeah.
So, you know, that's what my weekend kind of really consists of. Other than that, I was at the Embassy Suites because the AC was so hot, man. The AC, you know what I'm saying, broke in the hen house. So I had to go to the Embassy Suites for 2 days so they can get me together. So I was Embassy Suites 11, man. You feel me?
That's
On
what's up.
everything.
That's
That's what's
kind
up.
of that kind of feels good though. You feel me?
Man,
Yeah,
Embassy
switch it
Suites, I
up.
don't even lie. It's like that. The one I was at, look, got everything in there. Got the pool, got the got the buffet, all the little shit in there. You feel me? Little balcony, you know what I'm saying? So if you want to slide out there and blow up, you know, I like the gas. You know, them type of rooms ain't no smoking rooms.
We're
so,
smoking a lot of strong Girl Scout
yeah,
cookie
always gonna be
lately.
in the bathroom with the water running, blowing it up.
Knowing damn well that shit don't work.
Shit, it worked.
That's how I got
worked.
caught smoking in my
Hell
house
no,
in high
I
school.
did that at the Great Wolf Lodge. You see, you don't know. I got them jail tactics.
Yeah.
See, I was in jail
okay.
in a bathroom with a bunk bed. You feel me? That's all the cell is. It's a bathroom with 2 bunk beds. So, you know, I had to beat the police on the daily. So, beating some regular people out in the world at a spot they saying I can't smoke at. Oh, I got all the tactics.
Basically,
For sure.
multiple towels under the door.
Wet.
You feel me?
You feel
Wet,
me?
wetter than a,
Shampoo
you
or
feel me?
some
Wet.
soap on it. You know
Hell,
what I'm saying? Hit the
shampoo.
walls.
Yeah, hit that with all that. So and then you
Feel
turn
me?
the heat all the way up on the shower,
Oh, God.
and then as soon as you spark it, it's going right up in that vent. You
Right
feel
in that
me?
vent,
Like,
for
yeah.
sure.
Bro, that's
Boom, by
crazy.
here.
I didn't know about
Sure.
that. I thought it was just the hot water.
For sure.
was
Hey,
it, that's all.
and if I even got to wet a towel and blow my smoke in the towel, blow
That's
my
the
I know.
super.
towel.
And then just if there's any chance that you're scared of anything happening, hit it with that OZM spray afterwards.
Most
It
definitely.
costs like $15, $10.
Wait,
yeah.
you ever do the toilet paper roll in a dryer sheet?
That's what we would do. Yeah,
In
that's
a
what we would
dryer
do.
sheet, like
dryer sheet at the end of the toilet paper roll and you blow the smoke through it.
and what,
Oh,
yeah.
see, I did the toilet paper roll. See, in jail, that's another trick we'll use. See, what we'll do, we'll get the pencil, break the eraser off, use the metal piece, and kind of make a pipe out of the toilet paper roll.
Oh, the Ho Chi
put the
Minh.
shit in there, then block the end, and hit it. Like you get a good hit for sure.
Yeah.
I got all the tactics.
Nah, for real,
That's
for real.
better
With
than
the
an
card,
apple.
you roll the card up, put the metal piece on it. I did everything.
That's
We
better than
used
an
to call
apple,
those
for
the
real?
Ho Chi Minhs because they were so little, but they
Apple. I was doing the apple. That was juvenile hard shot.
Because I'm saying
For sure.
apples are really effective.
For
though.
sure.
Like,
Put
that's
the
a
hole in the apple.
perfect-
Put the metal piece in there. I did all that.
I remember like being super young. I think I'm like 13, and my mom like found like an apple that I was smoking weed out of, and she got
You
super.
still got the apple rotten.
Bro, she got super mad, and she's like, "How could you disrespect something sacred like an apple?" Da, 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 da. I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like, dude, Mom, I'm just trying to blaze it. Like,
Mom's tripping about the apple.
Yeah.
Shit's
She
funny.
said, "How can you disrespect the apple?"
I was like, "It's not that serious. I swear to God."
Man,
But
we can buy another one.
what was your weekend like? I know you was off in some activities.
Yeah, bro. I was just outside with the homies. It was one of the homies' birthdays, so we just popped up, went to a few bars and shit. I was in Hollywood with some other homies. Went to this like little show or whatever, and then there was this like crazy drum and bass performance, but it just
Ooh.
really wasn't I wasn't feeling it, So I popped back to the West Side, hit a few bars and shit.
I rock with drum and bass. You don't like it?
It was hard though because he was playing drum and bass live over some shit, but it was just in a janky ass warehouse. It was way too hot. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of took me back to college, and I'm like,
you wasn't
bro,
off Molly. So
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was chilling, and I was like, I want to just be somewhere air conditioned, have a
Sure.
couple cocktails, chill with the homies, maybe say what's up to a few hyenas, and go back to the crib. Like that was too much.
Did you feel uncomfortable around all the gay people that were at the rave?
Nah, I'm cool with them. I'm cool with them. Yeah. It
I
was
was
a
just
lot of
wondering
a lot of white people with weird haircuts though, and I was like, I did have that thought, like, bro, I work at No Jumper. I can't be in spots like this no more.
You totally could. You totally.
I'm always pop out for some artsy shit just to see what's going on.
Yeah,
Like if I think
sure.
some cool art shit is happening,
Mhm.
I'm a pick it, even if it's not for me. I'd rather go and be like, this is not my scene, and then dip out. You know what I'm saying? But you
So
never know.
what-
It could be some cool shit.
So what the haircuts was like? That was weird.
You know when they got the little like bangs like this, when they got the half bang micro cut type.
Oh,
joint?
like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
somewhere in between an Edgar and a flock of seagulls. We'll call it an Edgar.
Exactly. Yeah.
I
The
heard they
Igor. Let's
banned
call
the
it like the
Edgar.
Igor.
They
So
banned the Edgar
the Edgar
somewhere.
is banned in El Salvador.
El Salvador.
And yeah, so the
Yeah.
Edgar is,
They don't
and
want
that's
the Edgar over there.
no high schools. First of all, a lot of people like have this crazy misconception right now that El Salvador is like a really janky place. It's actually the nicest it's ever been, and it's a like I don't even want to blow the spot,
Yeah.
but that's like one of the next cool little vacation destinations that people
El
could be going to.
Salvador?
But yeah, they.
I mean, just from what they they promote, like every time I see it, it'd be like a special on MS-13 about how they tripping over there. This shit like they tripping, just like how some parts of Mexico, you tripping, this shit like you'll come up missing. So it's just like every place, well not every place, but like some places in Mexico is vacation places, and in some places you probably really don't want to be. So I just like everything I heard about El Salvador has kind of been like MS-13-ish. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
for sure, and that's like the general perception, and there's a good reason why, because it's been like that. Like before that, they had the whole like Iran Contra and all that, and that's what made a huge amount of people like
El
flee.
Salvador,
Yeah,
Iran
yeah.
Contra.
Yeah,
I thought that
yeah.
was
No,
Guatemala. I thought that was like Guatemala.
Well, El Salvador is right next to Guatemala,
Oh.
so it definitely.
For sure. Was
overlaps.
that- oh no, yeah, you
But-
right.
But it was really El Salvador.
Because what Noriega out of Guatemala.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
so,
yeah. Like,
oh, I bet.
But there's a like El Salvador was the main place in Central America affected by that. Plus, like the hub of immigration of all the people that came to LA after Mexicans in Latin America was El
Yeah.
Salvador, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
like kind of
yeah.
Guatemalans on the tail end
Sure.
of that. And Guatemala also right now though is like more. Like has more war torn. It has more negative shit going on than El Salvador. El Salvador has like a way
The
crazier
Guatemalans was
history.
kind of down here. See, this the thing is, people just be like, when you see like most of the like the Hispanic community or the Latins off the back, people just gonna be like, oh, Mexican. But the Guatemalans was down here kind of early, bro, because before like you was hearing about the Mexican cartels, that's who people was messing with. Like if you hear about them early D boys like in the 80s and stuff, they gonna tell you in the early 90s, they was messing with the Guatemalans out here. Like when Freeway Rick and them had it, they was messing with the Guatemalans. That's who had it popping and who had it over here. Like before you was hearing like about the Mexican cartels, it was like the Guatemalans.
And that makes sense because it's like closer to South America. It's like one step away from like Colombia and all that where they make that at. So my girl Guatemalan, you feel me, and her family, and they like.
Most definitely. It did up Colombians too. The Colombians, they definitely had it popping. You already know about Escobar and all that, but they was out like Miami way, but I'm pretty sure something floated down this way. But like I said, pretty much when you hear like Freeway Rick and them stories, it's the Guatemalans.
No, for sure. And then really like a lot of those like the reason why MS-13 started is because like Mexican gangs wouldn't accept them because they were Salvadorian. So they formed their own thing, and then it wound up becoming this. And it's crazy that it started right there by MacArthur Park, and now it's like this international syndicate that's considered a quote unquote terrorist organization. You feel me?
So the first chapter that came down here to LA started in MacArthur Park, the original ones.
That's the original clique of MS-13.
Sure.
Like
that story's crazy. I watched the Soft White Underbelly on it. It was, man, it had me like sucked in. You feel me? I couldn't look away. It was a long ass video, but it was so good.
There was some different dudes, right? I was in MDC when I was in when I went to jail. I went back to jail. I got out in 2021. I went back briefly in 2022, and I was in there with some of the M13 dudes who had went down on the indictment, and it was like some young dudes, and like one of them, you know what I'm saying, they was like kind of like famous, like it was all in their paperwork. They had like got one of their enemies, you know what I'm saying. I ain't gonna say where he from, but you know
I'm pretty sure I know where he's from.
But you know what they did to him? They cut his heart out. They all cut his heart out, and they went like at a full moon, at dark time. They was all hunched around. They all took a bite out the heart and passed it around.
Yeah, like
I'm like, they
honest,
did. They was. I'm like, oh, they savage for sure.
What the hell?
They was savage for sure.
That's crazy. That's some medieval shit, bro.
No, MS-13 is known for
sure. They was on that
for witchcraft and like brujeria and rituals and things like that as well. Santeria, you feel me? Like all that. Like I mean, there's Santeria in Mexico as well, for real. But
Chicago Mexican gangs, apparently they be on that as well. Like like cutting people up and.
For sure. Well, for sure.
Sending messages, kind of.
For sure. Like, I mean, Latin Kings historically, like, like, which not just Chicago, but New York, too.
Yeah.
I've known, like, the $150 is a thing, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's the East Coast thing.
That's East Coast shit, right?
Yeah.
And I know the Latin Kings are deep into all that. But, yeah, like, with that being said, El Salvador is apparently a pretty chill place to visit nowadays, and it's gotten a lot nicer. And maybe because of like the anti-Edgar haircut policies, maybe that haircut was causing so much distress in the community that they had to get rid of it in order to save the economy,
improve the aesthetic. My brother went before
Hashtag run the fade.
My brother went before they did all the cleaning up and stuff, and he said he had a smooth time. It was hella cool. You know what I'm saying? Because I hit him like when I seen him on the trip, and I'm like, bro, are you in El Salvador? Like, I thought, with all this stuff that you see about the gangs, like, you can't just pull up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I thought it was pretty much just ran by, underground organizations, and it was bad for you. If you're in America, you probably get, like, kidnapped and put up for ransom and all that stuff. But that's propaganda, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't be afraid to see the word. Like, there's good, because, like, people would think, oh, like, if I go to Africa, it's all bad. Like, nah.
Yeah, I mean, it just really depends on where you go at it. Some places in Africa, you go is bad because, like what I was about to say about El Salvador, like the shit you see. So just like on some of these African commercials as well, you might see the what they call themselves, like the military police acting as refugees. They just like pulling you over, you know what I'm saying? They got these Jeeps, you know what I'm saying, with these AK-47s and assault rifles.
Oh, they're going to get some money out of you.
Janky.
Basically like guerrilla military and like anti-government
guerrilla
actions.
Military, for sure. Guerrilla warfare. Yeah. They pulling up on all the bullshit.
Man.
You're like, damn.
Man, no, for real. I love America. I'm not gonna lie. I'm an America lover.
I'm glad we don't got to deal with that.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I love America.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The fuck?
I'm not gonna. I don't want to use names because I feel like I don't. Even though I don't think he would care, but anyways, there's a battle rap event in South Africa, and one of the homies was out there, right? And he's a pretty one of the top battle rappers. If you tapped into the culture, you'll know who I am from this story probably, or be able to figure it out pretty easily. But he a bigger dude. He pretty fat, and I guess it was like 2 or 3 in the morning or some shit, and he got thirsty, and he wanted something to drink, and he didn't know like where the little water fountain or whatever at the hotel was, or the little hotel lobby thing was closed. So he walked to the gas station at the corner to get some water. You feel me? And he did. But when he got back or whatever, like the next day, like when they came to the room, all the homies from out there were tripping on him, like, "Hey, you can't be doing that." Da, 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 da. Like you could have got fucking snatched up and kidnapped. They see someone fat like you, like they gonna think that you're rich as fuck. You feel me? And you gonna get kidnapped because you clearly not from here, and you fat. There ain't no fat
Homies
people
eating a little
here,
too
you feel
good,
me?
bro.
Like
No,
you
for
gonna
sure.
Either
Yeah.
you're gonna get hella honeys or you're gonna get kidnapped. It's one of the two.
Yeah, exactly. or one or both, or you feel me?
Yeah,
One leads to the other.
yeah.
But anyway, like you definitely got to know how to move in different countries and respect
Sure.
like the culture and environment of wherever you and protocol of wherever you at, because it'd be different. Like
So you should check in.
you type for sure, check in and
You
like
gotta check in with the chief, bro.
Hey,
shit, like
no, certain
in them
spots,
places?
man, certain spots is rural for sure. You got to check in. Hey, they gonna send them people at you.
Yeah, bro. You
I
gotta.
like, dude, you just heard like even just like them little rap stories. They talking about like spots, but that's like spots. See, the only spots I really heard of like that is it's like Haiti, like certain parts of like Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Certain countries, Colombia. You know what I'm saying? Certain countries, like for sure, I heard like, man, look, hey, and dudes and like they had to offer like dudes and gay they Rolexes off their wrists as a token of appreciation.
no, yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying? Just
yeah.
like, man, like, yeah.
Not the rolling.
Look, one of them, look, I don't know who it was. I don't know if I was listening to like Fat Joe or like a Ja Rule or somebody. They was talking about like a time when they was out there like in Haiti, right?
No, the where they went to Brazil when they were in the favela,
they
right?
was in Haiti.
Okay.
Say they was in Haiti. They say they was performing. They said where they was performing at, they said the dudes was up in like in the mountains, like looking down on them, like taking pop shots. Like they wasn't really trying to hit nobody, but could have hit somebody. So after they little concert, or it was like DMX or somebody, long story short,
50
man,
in Angola, Africa. This happened.
they had to tap in, got took to like the dudes, like, man, like this is my territory out here. You know what I'm saying? And like when they win, they start talking to him and this and that. The dude was like, man, you know, like basically I like that Rolex. Like, man, that look like a nice watch, man.
Yeah.
Woo, woo. And he like, man, I caught on, man. I was hip, man. He like, man, I just gave that motherfucker to him. You know, it was nothing to me. But he like, I caught on. Like, you feel me? Like you out here, my shit, you feel me? Like that shit that ain't look good. You like what you got for me type shit.
Yeah,
But that's
real,
really
though. For real.
disrespectful, flashing that kind of wealth and opulence in places like that. Like,
Yeah.
why the fuck you even got that there for real? Even if you are like a superstar, like that's why I guess 50 Cent had that incident in Angola back in the day, very similar to what you described. You feel me?
I think somebody like snatched this shit. And he chased him through the crowd. type
Exactly.
shit.
Yeah, it snatched it while he was performing off
Yeah.
stage and all that. But it's like, why are you gonna even do that? Like, I already know when you in them type of environments, you kind of look like a dick if you're even, to me at least.
Yeah, I feel like you're giving the people the experience though, like especially back in the day when 50 Cent had the spinning G Unit, you feel me? Like that shit did numbers across the globe, as we could tell, to this day. So like they gotta see all that shit. That's the inspiration and whatnot. But a lot of people probably don't know how to move. Like it's rich people everywhere. Even in Africa, there's people that are getting crazy dope, but they probably have like, security and shit. They know how to move, how to navigate. They can't get played. There's so many documentaries on just some of the strifes and stuff in South Africa, like successful cab companies will send hits at the owner of another successful cab company, like assassination, pay for hire.
Strategy.
Yeah, it's really big in South Africa.
Try to put
You know
you
what
out
I'm
of
saying?
business for sure.
They want to put the competition out of business, inherit everything that you got and stuff, and then now they're up. It's that old school capitalism, like Carnegie and all those fools. They were killing their workers. They were killing their opponents. Anybody, could get tied up to the railroad tracks and ran over in the middle
Most
of the night.
definitely.
Yeah,
that's just how it
exactly.
goes.
Definitely the Western world and like quote unquote sophisticated like Western society is definitely not immune to those same fucking tactics.
Oh yeah,
at
for
all.
sure. It's
They
happening.
be doing the same foul ass shit.
Hey,
you
look,
feel
we're
me?
gonna
Like,
get into it today, talking about some of these capitalistic tactics. We got DJ Academics getting interrogated in the predisposition for Megan Thee Stallion, for the case that she's got going on against Tory Lanez.
how
Hold on. So they interrogated academics,
You know, they brought him into the deposition.
the police.
Not the no, they're lawyers, Rock Nation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he just in a deposition. His name is being named because
Yeah.
he's running content.
He's running content, and they want to know the extent of, like, who's paying you. Are you working for Tory Lanez? Things of that nature. It was a really good stream. It was a super duper good stream. Yeah. So I know we're gonna have some.
I
info up
mean,
here that we can watch,
shit.
but-
I mean, how? I don't know how they feel like that, but I mean, they probably feel like some type of way. I mean, is he coming from the angle of pushing that narrative that is new evidence in favor from Tory Lanez, from people that was on the scene that said that he wasn't the one that actually shot that gun, that it was somebody else?
I've definitely heard At kind of be vocal about some of the news about Tory Lanez, like when he did the whole video Tory recently did saying he has all this new information going out and he's working with his nonprofit to get people off that are innocent and whatnot. So I feel like the reporting could look like the stuff that makes it to the pages and stuff, the blog pages could seem that Academics is in favor of Tory Lanez, right?
for sure.
But in his fan base,
He's
probably
been definitely
is.
pro Tory for them. Like,
I mean, we need to know the facts because, like, man, I've seen it time and time again. People in there, man, for wrongful things that they didn't do, and if he in there for something wrongful, what y'all trying to cover up? Why y'all got this man in there?
Yeah.
Like, what are y'all trying to cover? If he didn't shoot her and there's new evidence, allow that new evidence in, because I've been serving time, and if the person, and if it was somebody there that's credible saying somebody else did it, why can't this be allowed? It ain't no. Well, I understand. Oh, well, why are you waiting till all this time? Well, a lot of people wait till all this time, shit, when a lot of stuff happened. But
That's real.
Well, it just seems like this is a move by the defense, correct? They're the ones.
But they said they were saying this early
subpoena
on,
him, though. But they're the ones trying to subpoena him at this point, correct? It's the defense. It's not the prosecution.
Yeah, it's a defense. It's basically let's pull it up right now. Let's get into this topic so we can have all the information. But it's basically like Meg has a new lawsuit open right now, right? Where she is. Let's read it right here. So Megan Thee Stallion's lawyers grills Academics about stating he thinks Megan Thee Stallion is a liar. Who do you think won this interaction? Okay. So this new lawsuit, let's listen to it first.
Been and asked.
Right, you say it basically anywhere and anywhere you've ever been, and as loudly and publicly as you can. Correct?
Yeah, if I'm speaking my personal opinion, yeah, of course.
Okay, and just so that I'm clear, you were not present on June 12th, 2020, when Miss Pete was shot, right?
No, I wasn't.
You weren't at the party, correct?
No.
You weren't in the car, right? You weren't on the street, correct?
No,
You weren't a witness at all whatsoever, right?
I was not.
So you couldn't actually say that you knew that Tory did not shoot Miss Pete because you weren't present, right?
Yeah, I'm not unequivocally
Okay.
saying that it didn't happen. What I'm saying is,
I'm sorry, hold on. Start again because there was something I didn't hear clearly. Go ahead.
I wouldn't say, 100% this is the fact. I'm telling you my personal opinion and my belief. That chick is a liar, and I don't believe liars. So, her story, again, I accept the verdict. I accept all of this stuff. I don't accept a liar. I think she's a liar. She was a liar then. She's a liar now. She's going to be a liar tomorrow. And, yeah, that's it.
Do you believe she perjured herself on the stand at the criminal trial? Is that what you said?
I wouldn't know. That would be something the prosecutors would have to answer. But that, we've rarely seen.
Just personally hold and keep to yourself, right?
I've said this anywhere I've ever been and asked.
Right. You say it basically anywhere and anywhere you've ever been, and as loudly and publicly as you can. Correct?
Yeah. If I'm speaking my personal opinion, yeah, of course.
Okay. And just so that I'm clear, you were not present.
Sounds like Ak was standing on business and really trying to actually push the line for Tory regardless. My major takeaway from this is that the power of media, and once you reach such a high pinnacle that your influence is able to sway consensus, that the potential verdict of a trial might be altered as a result. Just is a testament of like the way that the modern era of media is working.
Man,
Yeah.
YouTube is making big waves, man.
Yeah.
YouTube is making big waves. I've been seeing a lot within these past few months that the influence of YouTube, you know what I'm saying, have been up in these courtrooms, you know what I'm saying? Because it's crazy, regardless of, just like Axe said, like, man, this is my opinion. You know what I'm saying? This is my personal opinion. No, I wasn't there, but this is my personal opinion. Through seeing this character, I feel like they lying. And me searching the facts of the case and studying myself, I feel like that it's a lie. I ain't gotta be there to feel like it's a lie. But I think it's just crazy that they even brought him on, being that he wasn't there nowhere on the scene. He just running content on it.
Yeah.
But that's essentially what they were trying to do, is have him walk back his statements, which influenced so many people in their eyes.
No, I understand what they was trying to have him do, but it's just
Yeah.
crazy for them. Like, they taking these YouTube clips and social media clips and bringing them in to these courtrooms and got him on a legal call, Zoom or live call, or however they did it. Oh, was you there? This and that. Like, man, you ain't even had to do this. Like, I'm just making some content, giving my opinion. So that could be any one of us. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
can drop some content on it, and Lush, that can be you up there. Like, hey, so you saying this? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's what I just think is crazy.
Yeah, I think it's fire, honestly. Like I love all of this courtroom ongoings in hip hop right now. Even I know Akademiks at the end of this stream said he doesn't like that rappers are using their lawyers to bully smaller people. I think it is whack that I think this lawsuit is primarily against a smaller creator and Tory Lanez as well for defamation and harassment, as we're like seeing on the screen. And I heard Axe say that the smaller creators definitely their pockets are going to get hurt by this type of lawsuit. But I think this is fair in warfare, you know what I'm saying? And it's given us a view into how these businesses like work, you know, the corporate hand of Rock Nation. Like, you
How
know,
are the smaller creators going to be affected though? And that's something I'm like having a hard time wrapping my head around, because to me it looks like the larger platforms and creators would be more so inclined to be affected by it.
I mean, well, Axe got all the time in the world and he's got all the money in the world to handle something like this. And he's not the person who's this lawsuit is against. This lawsuit is against Milagro Grams and Tory Lanez. So I think Milagro is the smaller content creator who was running content about the case, and I guess was really favorable towards Tory Lanez, and they're trying to prove that he was paying for the favorable coverage, whatever it may be. Yeah, so I guess, you know, obviously the time it takes, the money it takes to defend yourself in a lawsuit against Rock Nation, you're cooked. You know what I'm saying? You might as well just give them whatever they want if you don't have the pockets to play ball. But I think this is a good little recalibration for the entire media space, because you do got to think, if you don't got the pockets to play with these people, you might want to watch what you say. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of people, they're mad at Drake for the lawsuit. They're mad at her for this lawsuit. But I feel like, you know, this is capitalism. This is the games we play. You know what I'm saying? You better,
Sure.
you know, money wins wars. Money, intelligence, and technology wins wars. If you don't got that, then, you know, be easy. Be easy with the way you talk about me. You know what I'm saying? So,
And I feel conflicted about it. And I think often people, one of the reasons why I get referred to as a glazer is because I'm able to look at things from multiple perspectives. I know that sounds like super unself-aware, but like,
cause I like, I don't like, me when I look at situations, like if it's just not no situations that just you gotta blow up over and just piss you off right to the point where you gotta crash out, I'm a rationalize, and I'm gonna always try
right.
to look at things from both sides of both spectrums. So, you know what I'm saying? Because it's always a flip side, and it takes two to tangle. Now, you get called a glazer because when people up here, you know what I'm saying, you be glazing. You know what I'm saying? You just be showing love. But you know what I'm saying? You agree with a lot of things that a lot of people say.
But there's a
Okay.
difference. There's a difference between showing love and quote unquote glazing. You know what I mean? Like, and being
Showing too much love, you can, man. You know what I'm saying?
You
Can
walk that
get-
line.
and that's debatable. That's debatable because it's never been an issue in life until I feel like this generation has created. You know, like the whole thing, like giving props back in the day was never looked down upon, but now it's considered glazing. And
I'll
people-
push back. Go ahead. Go
Yeah,
I've
ahead.
never seen anyone give props in the same way that you
That's false because
The same way that you-
because we have somebody that works here who's a way bigger glazer than me.
do. Wacko? But yeah.
No. There's no way to really like slice it differently, but just because
I don't know if he's bigger. I think you guys are on
Pretty equal planes. I'd say though that look, this is what
he's
I
got the most big homies I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh damn, that's crazy.
You know, you're
From
not
30
wrong.
different
Not the
hoods.
most big
Crazy.
homies I ever seen.
Like,
That's
are
crazy.
you kidding,
I
Calling
think this is
someone Unc when he first meets them.
bro? Like he's man.
This is a problem in hip hop though, right? That we've been dealing with for a really long time. It's like you got to be the Teflon Don. Everybody wants to be the Teflon Don, and I feel like it causes a lot of dissing instead of bigging people up. You know, instead of being like, "Damn, Jay-Z is the GOAT," you know, whatever it may be. Rappers that are just underneath him are like, "Man, fuck that. I want Jay-Z's spot." You feel me? I'm gonna go at him. I'm gonna pop a couple shots, but I feel like in hip hop though, we do need to like big each other up more. Just like even in our communities, like it's cool to Jones with the homies, shoot on each other all day and shit. But we have to big each other up more for sure because
I
just
mean,
even
bro, I'm
seen
like the
Zach
like
Fox
I
saying
make
this.
fun of people more than anybody. Like I like I'm the most like I don't give a fuck. I'll clown all day, but at the same time, in my heart, like I want to make people not feel bad about
Yeah.
themselves. I'm trying to build people up.
I just seen Zach
really-
Fox say this is that in hip hop, like in no other culture do they do their legends as bad as we do. Like we just straight up like disregard them or be like that nigga's corny now or yada yada yada. The whole time he laid down a blueprint for you, me, and the next person. You know what I'm saying? So we got to find a balance. You know what I'm saying? But if you out here glazing, you know they're gonna give it to you. Dog.
No, of course, it doesn't.
You know
It really,
that- that's a layup, you feel me?
It doesn't
That's a
bother me.
2-point.
But the whole point is,
you got that brush. You dipping it in that barbecue.
The ladle.
You
oh my
you
god,
keep on hitting that meat. Man,
gotta
it's like, man,
reglaze
it's
it.
enough barbecue
where the-
on that thing.
that's where the flavor comes from. That's where the flavor comes from. It's all the flavor, baby.
Hey, this new album from Ant's gonna be crazy, bro. You
No,
see the
right?
way you see the way he's playing 4D chess right now, bro.
No, but here's the thing.
Oh,
But so
shit.
so
That's
I
my
say,
boy. I fuck
no,
with that.
exactly. I say that to say that I'm able to see things from multiple angles. So I do see the negative side, obviously, of creators being restricted, not being able to express ourselves, of if we have an opinion, it being potentially us held liable, and potentially even have to pay as a result. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that right there is very problematic. However, I do think there needs to be some type of regulation on people's ability to just spread blatantly false information.
Well, I think
And-
that this is
And that's not to say that that's what Act's doing, but
Yeah.
that is what the main like undercurrent of this story is. Like
Yeah.
they're trying to allege that he's swaying consensus and through false information.
I think it's a bigger plot going on behind this, and Act kind of touched on it in the stream, right? Is like I think this is Rock Nation flexing its muscles, its firepower, and showing people that you know what they'll put them through if they mess with one of their artists. And like he said, he felt like they were trying to get information out of him about bigger artists that you know don't have favorable relationships with Rock Nation right now, like Nicki Minaj and Drake. Trying to figure out if they engage and pay for promo and stuff like that. They're trying to get more information out about their enemies and gather that for whatever bigger move they have, you know, going forward, right? Because it's like they're not just trying to cook this little content creator, right? They want to get all the information that comes out from these depositions to be public, right? Like in the Diddy trial, they put a lot of people on the stand, and you might be a little confused as to why is this person here or why is that person there, but it was to besmirch his character. You feel me? The first day they ended the Diddy trial on purpose, saying that this man likes to get semen smeared on his nipples during whatever little freak offs he's happening. Why do you think they did that? Because they wanted black people to turn against Diddy. They know that if the hood thinks that you're no good and you do this and that is considered weird in those spaces, you're going to lose a big part of your support group, which was black people saying Diddy ain't do nothing wrong. Everybody knew Diddy was a freak, yada, yada, yada. But why, the man don't got to go to jail.
No, you're not wrong. You're cooking.
Right? But then they find out you getting semen rubbed on your nipples.
Yeah.
Niggas are, whoa, wait a minute.
But here's the other thing,
You
though.
might have to lock that freaky frog up. You know what I'm saying? Niggas will turn on you quick. You feel me?
1,000%. But beyond trying to like they're like alleging that he had enough power to literally change the consensus. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not about just besmirching his character. It's about like making it so that the word, like no other words other than what was used as the testimony in trial is like.
I don't even
admissible.
think it for real did no damage. In like in which the way that the world's shifting today, like everything's acceptable. Like ain't nobody tripping about Diddy having that semen rubbed on his nipples. It's gonna be a big celebration as soon as Diddy step out. Motherfuckers gonna be popping bottles.
Yeah.
All that shit. But that shit gonna be forgotten. For real, because you
Yeah.
already talking about people is like he already won. Oh man, he already won, man. I told you this and that. So
Yeah.
you know, that shit don't even mean nothing for real.
Bro, first
don't.
day out, freak off's about to be crazy. Hey, they need a live
First
stream.
day
They need a
freak
live
off.
stream that, John. Now that we know it's legal,
Yo,
they need a live stream that shit. You feel me?
what if he re-rocks T Grizzly's first day out, but like makes it like with like a choir? You feel me? Like
Praying on my downfall.
For real.
But he like
Hold on, shit, I stood tall.
Oh my God, bro. CEO dancing all in the video. Take that. Take
Can't
that.
you see
He gonna
it?
be going crazy.
Can't you see it?
Hey man,
I can see it. Oh,
French Montana's on the remix already. He's
I
going
can
to
see it. Yeah. Do we want to get into this second video of Axe questioning or?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this was a really fire stream. I'm not gonna lie. At going into the deposition off the Duce, legendary, bro. I don't think we ever seen anything like this in hip hop. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he was basically like he's basically live streaming.
You mentioned earlier that you've had conversations with Drake about, you know, dispelling rumors that may exist about him. It seems like you guys have a pretty good relationship. Is that fair?
Yeah,
That's what,
it's my boy.
Has he ever sent you any sort of cryptocurrency or digital assets for any reason?
Drake has never transferred $1 with me. Sad, isn't it? That's a joke.
Where do you?
Reporter, write that down.
I got
That's a
that.
joke.
I got that from the laugh. I think we could agree it was a joke. Where do you typically do your banking?
Do my what?
Your banking.
My banking?
Yeah.
Is this relevant?
That's a form.
You mentioned. Does anybody ever pay
Okay,
you not
so-
to mention
Run
certain
an hour.
topics or not stream about certain topics in your social media?
No.
Has anybody ever paid you to promote specific information, music, or events on social media?
Yes.
Who?
Every record label known to man. I promote music.
Okay. What record labels in the group of every record label known to man has actually compensated you or paid you to promote certain music events or other information?
Rock Nation.
Does anybody ever?
okay. So really, so what they're trying to do is kind of like what you said in the beginning, Ricky. They're trying to get to expose the paper trail.
Yeah.
And see if there's like what the agenda is behind,
Yeah.
like who's paying you, why are you doing this, are you compromised media, blah 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 blah, and what's the origin of where is this coming from?
Yeah, because I mean, Meg's reputation did take a hit from this lawsuit. Like, Meg was the people's champ for a really long time. She had like a lot of female fans as well as a lot of like men, you know, that were a big supporter of her. And I feel like just from me watching social media, I didn't really stay super tapped into this trial, but I could see like a lot of the homies starting to turn against Meg and be like, oh, you know, these lying ass women, you know, getting dudes locked up, whatever it may be. Obviously, if Tory didn't do it, he should be free. I feel like anytime I hear there's no DNA evidence on the weapon that they're claiming that you used to hurt someone, I just don't understand how people still get locked up when there's no DNA evidence. That shit is super duper trash. But yeah, I feel like they're I don't know if they're doing damage control. I just feel like this is vengeful at this point because her reputation and stardom did take a hit, and she kind of had to pivot in the kind of music that she was making. You know what I'm saying? She definitely went a lot more pop after this trial, and yeah, I think they're on some
Gotta stay
vengeful
away
shit.
from that street shit.
Yeah,
Straight up.
That street shit, third war in the hood shit, cause shit, you getting people locked up.
Yeah, I remember they were calling Megan a snitch, and I was like, damn, females could be snitches. You know what I'm saying? Just that's crazy. Like,
Well, civilians, and I think a lot of people were tripping because the fact that they said that she raps some gangster shit, but she really don't. You know what I'm saying? I guess she is like,
Nah,
there
I
might
mean,
be
you
some.
You got to listen to it. She definitely got some lyrics, like basically talking about her upcomings, talking about her poverty-stricken upcomings and awards of Houston, Texas, and
yeah.
stuff like that. And I'll do this and I'll pop off. So that's what I'm saying. That's
Tina
just
Snow
like
album.
the energy you give. That's definitely what they're gonna expect from you. So it ain't people just coming out to call her a snitch. Like if Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood told,
It's
I don't
all
think
good.
nobody gonna say, "Oh, Mr. Robert Neighborhood's a snitch." Like you already expected. Like man, that's Mr. Robert's Neighborhood. Man, you do some bullshit, he reporting your ass.
I don't know. I think he was
Say
a
it, Lush, I knew it.
He's a gang member. He's always talking about neighbor. Hello, neighbor. You feel me? Like he's claiming his.
He talking about the neighbors. Shit, he talking about,
This whole
it's
time.
a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Shit, that's what we talking about.
Bro, I started laughing before he could get the pun off. I already knew it was.
I was confused this whole time.
We talking about Mr. Rogers, man.
I thought he was chunking the hood.
Yeah, no, Mr. Rogers. So
R.I.P. Mr. Rogers, by the way.
Yeah, so it's all about the energy you put out there, man. So if you a gangster rapper, like, you know what I'm saying, and you talking about gangster stuff in your rap, and then you get on the stand and you tell them something, they're gonna be on you. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
They're gonna be on you versus you say is it versus you know what I'm saying, dropping falsettos. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
But is there like levels to it though? Because
definitely.
there's a difference between the way Meg Thee Stallion raps and let's say I don't know, like Stunner Girl. You know what I'm saying? Who's like way more blatantly political, talking about gangs and shit, like sliding on ops. Like that's not really the problem.
Stuff I really heard Stunner Girl. I ain't heard too much of her music. The stuff I heard from her is like the ratchet, like
She
shake
does that
ass
too.
shit.
She does that
Like, you know
too.
what I'm saying? Shake ass, take ass.
But okay, all right. So here's how about like the chick Jen Carter from New York, who's a drill rapper. You feel
Cool.
me? Like the chick who had the Naughty Bop song, who raps with Kyle Rich and them. Like so, I'm saying if you're is there
Cardi B?
yeah
Yeah, that shit's
is
hard,
is there a difference between a female rap? Like, is there like a female rapper who's straight drilling and really talking about that shit, and someone who might allude to street activity occasionally, like Megan, because she might have said like, "Yeah, I'm from the hood," like, but this or that, but she don't really have songs about like.
Yeah, because I feel like
pushing
she was
that
doing
line
like
for
the
real.
city girl thing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
that's-
anytime a chick is talking too tough, it's just like, what are we talking about here? But that's just popular to do. Like, that's just what they be on.
That's kind of what I thought.
But I'm not sure. I feel like Ant laid down a pretty clear line though. Hey, if you popping that shit,
No,
you better
like I
stick
said,
to
like
it.
I said, like I ain't look. At the end of the day, she a woman, so I'm not pressing no line on no women. Period. But like, let's just keep it real. Like, if you know that shit didn't happen, that shit didn't happen. Like, if you was mad about somebody upset at you about, I mean, it is what it is. So it's just like you, at the end of the day, you ain't the one that got to shit in the motherfuckers bathroom with a bunk bed and like go through all that
that's
shit.
real.
Like, if he did it, then that nigga like. Everything, you know what I'm saying, he been going through and it happened to him, he deserve it. And if he didn't do it, like, that's fucked up. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, and it's just crazy, like with the amount of surveillance we have in the world nowadays, and
man.
everything.
Definitely,
the one thing
definitely in the area you was at. So it's just like, it's the type of shit they be covering up, and I know they'll cover some shit up, right? So, like, that brings me back to something else I did this week. So I had went down to Lake Paris.
Okay.
Like for like a few hours.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, to get on the jet skis, I'm saying, to have fun. But when I went up there, I had ended up meeting up, you know what I'm saying, with a dude who had did 40 years. I think he did like 40 or 50 years for a crime he didn't commit.
Hell no.
Yeah, so like back in the days, it was like a white actress, like an Italian actress that had came out, and he was like the first actress that had came out blatantly gay. And and he had ended up getting killed.
Mm-hmm.
So he get killed, you know what I'm saying? People seeing who killed him, they really didn't have no description, but they said the person who, it was like late night, the person who ran up on him, stuck him one time and ran off. But they said whoever the person that killed him had to also be a Caucasian male because they had blonde hair and the hair was blowing in the wind. OG, they locked up, he a black dude, you know what I'm saying? Back in the days, he, you know what I'm saying, brown skin, had an afro, he get locked up, framed for it. They do their investigations. They got investigations from way back then from people who was walking, one person that was walking their dog late at night and another young person that was looking out their window that seen the murder take place. But they didn't allow that in the trial and then trapped this man and made him do all this time. And then now that he out, cold part about it, he trying to sue him for all that money. They didn't even overturn the case. He just got out after all that time.
Just serving
and
time.
and all these little laws they passing. But right now he trying to sue him because now he got specials coming out and he got other people coming out that's grown in their 50s and 60s now. Like, I told my mama, the police hushed us. We couldn't say nothing, but we did see this person. So, it's all type of shit they try to hide in these
40 years?
Then just me in my case, bro. On my appeal indictment, bro, you know what they did to me, bro? They put a gag order on my case. They locked half of the evidence up for 10 years, said y'all can't see half of this case for 10 years. So if you take 10 years or whatever time, 10 years down the line, if you want to come pay for it or come look this up, you can look for it. And that shit was crazy to me back then because I'm like, well, how the fuck if my amendment rights and all this shit is telling me I got the right to face my accuser, I got to see the evidence presented against me, but y'all can put a gag order, I can't see this part of the case.
Yeah,
shit don't make no sense.
That's because they probably in their head they're like, oh, if this evidence comes to light, he could get less time or beat the case. You feel me? So they're like, fuck it, we're gonna dangle this, little.
But them the entrapments, but and it's supposed to be justice. Them the entrapment in games they play though.
So is that so? You took a plea then as a result?
I shouldn't, but I did take a plea. When I seen how they was playing ball, and I seen that the judge didn't give a fuck, and I seen the feds could do what they want to do, and it seemed like they was making laws up on call. I was like, this shit is ugly. Let me get out their way.
So wait, that mean that you still gotta wait? I'm assuming several years.
No, now I can get the paperwork now. I'm gonna go get it because I know it's just a lot of information in there. Probably a lot of people who was telling people probably who's still around that you don't know. So it was something in there they wanted to hide if they put a 10-year gag order on it.
Yeah, and it's because you did all that time, so it's been over 10 years. So
hell yeah.
So you could obtain that if you wanted to at this point.
Yep.
Damn. That's crazy. They be playing some little tricky ass games.
Oh, bro. Anything to get you, bro. Definitely if they got a hard on for you too. So like I said, I don't see it. So we ain't gonna act like we got criminals. So we ain't gonna act like it ain't criminals. We got motherfuckers who do crime, but we ain't gonna act like we do got motherfuckers who have been wrongfully, falsely accused and who just been battered and bruised in that motherfucker and got more time than they deserve. You feel me? So they do what they want to do.
I seen some stuff that, may indicate that, Tory should be free. And if that is the case, then that's what I believe. I don't want no smoke with Rock Nation. So allegedly. But yeah, man, if that man should be free, he should be free. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody deserve to go to jail for something that they didn't do.
Oh yeah, what the fuck?
So that's a tricky situation. A lot's gonna get revealed during this case, and I'm looking forward to it. Like every one of these hip hop cases that are going right now. So moving on to the next topic, another hip hop case. Right, Drake continues his decade feud with Rob Markman. He calls Rob Markman out in the comments section and the blog, and he gets responded to. So let's peep this. I just butchered reading that, but
no. So
new guy. I'm gonna work it out.
I do remember. I do remember back in the day, him going back and forth, and Markman like during the blog era, which was like the pinnacle of Drake's come up. Like when Drake was
some niggas cry wolf.
Markman really
I'm
had
on
a
that
lot
drop.
of power in
Stuff
the
to
media
say,
and shit. So we gonna see. I feel like Drake too big to even acknowledge shit like this, but he still be popping it.
Some niggas cry wolf. I'm on that dry kush. But when it come to this paper, I stack bucks. You heard what I said? I can put you on your feet or put some money on your head. Life is not cheap. You're better off dead if you can't pay the fee. Shout out my nigga Fee. See, every nigga at the door, they'll get a key. Outside looking in. Now tell me what you see. This is about money. This is bigger than me. I told my homie, don't kill him. Bring the nigga to me. Listen, don't miss. You're fucking with the hitman. Kidnap a nigga and make him feel like a kid again.
Well, that's crazy.
Some niggas cry wolf. I'm on that dry
Okay, so
kush.
because Markman didn't know the rest of the Lil Wayne quote, he's basically clowning him. And yeah, I'm like, I mean,
Yeah. So this is Drake. Drake says to him, of course this goof Markman couldn't finish the bar. Free Tory. And then what was his response? I saw it, but do we got it?
and obviously we know that in Canada, calling like Toronto a goof is like calling someone a weirdo
This
or a
goof.
bitch. Like that's like a very, very contentious word in the streets out that way, in the ends.
Okay. Well, I remember the response vaguely though. Markman said, "But if I start calling you words, you'll sue." That was his response to Drake, right? I might be paraphrasing, but that's basically
No,
what
yeah,
he said.
I think that's accurate.
So people are saying that Drake is getting a backlash from it. It didn't really like come up on my timeline. But what do y'all think about this? Did y'all see the backlash that he's getting?
No, I mean to me that's like fucking light work. I feel like this really, if anything, highlighted Markman more. It's kind of like giving him more attention, and because Drake is when you whatever names that you mention, whatever conversations you insert yourself in, those are the names that are going to be juxtaposed with you. You're going to be attached to those names forever. So if you reduce yourself to, and I'm not like, this is no diss to Rob Markman, you feel me? I think he's great at what he does, but like if you go out of your way to put your name next to a media personality or someone that's like, you're going to have that attached to you forever. So now like you're on that level. I think it's never advisable and I get it. Sometimes you got to like go in and take your shot, and it's funny and it's like a gotcha moment, and you like roast somebody and you get to dunk on them. But I feel like punching down rarely ever looks good.
So you're saying that Drake shouldn't be getting at Markman. He shouldn't be.
I don't even think he should acknowledge something like this.
But they have a decade-long feud, right? I know they've been going back and forth and stuff like that, like since the. I don't want to say since the Alderdice album. I know he narrated Wiz Khalifa's Taylor Alderdice and stuff, and I remember seeing some stuff like in the blog era where they were going back and forth, just basic Drake slander, right?
And because that's the thing, though. At this point, I got bigger fish to fry. When I hear about fools that I was into it with 10 years ago that are still mad at me, I'd be like, damn, you still tripping? Like, the statute of limitation is passed. You feel me? If nobody got killed, if nobody got, you feel me? It's not that deep. Like, why are you still mad about some business that went awry or some little words that were exchanged that long ago? If it, like, to me, that shit is fucking petty. Especially when you've accumulated ops at the fucking decathlete level that Drake has.
At the top of the game. You got
he's the top
Jay-Z is one of your opponents out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I get what you're saying.
He been beefing with Jay, Ye, Kendrick. Come on, bro. Future booming. Like, come on. Like, at this point, what does it matter what anybody in the media got to say?
That's real. That's real. And I feel like big artists like Drake already kind of diss the media by not sitting down with them unless, they get final edits and stuff and choosing certain interviews over others. Even Ack was saying he's mad that he's seen Drake sitting down with Bobby before he came to talk to him. So that's fair. But I feel like Drake kind of plays the internet game, whether he wins or he loses, right? He's very in tune with like the younger folks out there and stuff, and he'll leave a comment. He'll show love to a smaller artist. You know what I'm saying? He'll write a poem under his posts and shit, and people might be like, this is goofy, or, his diehard fans will be like, damn, this is hard. Like, I'm hyped for this. So I don't think it's below Drake to, get at Markman. And another thing is, I feel like what we've seen in this, like, YouTube media space, as Ant's been saying, as it's been coming up in courtrooms and all these other like really prestigious places is everybody sees everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't pretend anymore. You can't be that person. Oh, I don't be on the internet. You feel me? I'm in the streets too heavy. I don't know what you talking about. Yada yada. That's like, that's not happening no more, bro. Everybody sees it. Even if you aren't actively watching it come out, somebody's gonna send it to you. Like Hefe says and Wax say, people hit them up all day. Look at this. Somebody said this about you. Somebody said that. So it's like, I feel like for a big artist to hide behind like their aura and I'm so busy or whatever, I don't see the shit that you guys chirp about me is just kind of cap at this point.
I mean, it's one thing to not acknowledge it. It's another thing to put yourself in the fray. And I definitely think that there's 99% of the time when an artist or anybody, a public figure of any stature, acknowledges that stuff, it is aura, hit point damage instantly. Health bar takes damage. And I'm not saying that this caused damage to Drake. You know, I don't believe that it did. But I will say this. Hey, Nathan, did you know before this conversation who Rob Markman was? You've heard the name now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's now effectively reinserted somebody into the zeitgeist / conversation that a lot of people weren't even aware of.
Right.
Because he has that. Because when he started beefing with him 10 years ago, going back, I think it was longer than that, actually. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it wasn't the same. He wasn't the same Drake that he is now. That name didn't mean the same thing that it did. You know what I mean? So it's
that's real.
Something to keep in mind. To keep in mind.
Yeah, I get your angle on that. You know, and I guess, you know, him punching back with the "you'll sue me." Obviously, people are going to be trolling Drake with this lawsuit. A lot of people in hip hop say that they don't like it. I'm personally a fan of it. You know, I feel like it's just like an ode to what Jay-Z has been telling people. Is like, you're not a businessman, you're a businessman. You feel me?
Get him on my business.
If you want to come at a $1 billion organization and call me a PDF file, best believe you're gonna hear from my lawyers, bro.
Yeah, but
best believe I'm gonna take you to court, waste your time, waste your money.
That's like, but that's kind of, you can't make the comparisons of the Jay-Z and Drake, because that's like you like trying to say Jay-Z didn't file no lawsuit when he was battling Nas.
True.
Jay-Z said some crazy shit. He was talking about leaving condoms on baby love
The
seats.
baby seats.
I got the rebuttal for you though. Nas wasn't at the Super Bowl performing this hit song. You feel me? They said a lot of stuff to each other, but they didn't go that far as to call each other a PDF file or something like that.
No, no, you're right on too.
I don't think Kendrick said at the Super Bowl. I think he just let the crowd say it.
Yeah, but we know. Like,
But
come on,
still,
bro.
yeah,
Now you talking,
yeah.
but you talking about multi-billion-dollar organizations promoting and platforming this stuff, right? And then on top of that, his lawsuit's not a defamation lawsuit. It's not about what you said about me. I'm coming at the business structure and saying that they try to devalue me by putting you forth, right? By making you bigger than you actually were, right? So Drake has been saying like, hey, bro, I gave you this stimulus, just like he gave Rob Markman the stimulus. Cut the check. If you're making money off of my name, off of my reputation, best believe I'm gonna get a slice.
Bigger than he is. How?
Who?
Kendrick.
You said how is Drake bigger than Kendrick? That's
no, he know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
no, I know. I get what he's saying. I mean, the numbers don't lie. You feel me? He got a boost from the Drake beef, just like anybody gets the Drake boost. It's just the effect that happens. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick's a huge artist.
Kendrick been doing numbers. See the lawsuit. See what you hit at. The lawsuit was a part of him saying that they helped narrate and boost that they not like us. If Kendrick was said, okay, well, if we look back into beefs and look at certain records, you guilty of the same thing. If they'll push your records the same way, like we all guilty of it. Like this is a thing that goes on in the game. You know what I'm saying?
But what he's mad about is he's saying you pushed this forth and you made it bigger than it was, right? With the business structure in order to devalue my brand, because they're going through a new negotiation, right?
Yeah.
So Drake got him for $400 million and basically made good on his contract in a year. So now Drake might be coming for that $600 million bag. He might be coming for that Billy. Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
good strategy.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah, good strategy as far as you trying to like get your money and saying that you had a contract coming up and you feel like they pulled the plug. But you know what I'm saying? I don't think that was a plan. You feel me? That just, they might have backed Kendrick, but that just came out of nowhere. Kendrick dropped his name, mentioned his name. They been dissing each other over the years, but they been, like I'm saying, keeping it on the light, not mentioning the name, just letting you try to decipher the lyrics.
Yeah, I know you want to get in here, but let me get this one last point, right? This is something that artists have been fighting against record labels for forever, but they've been taking L's behind closed doors. We know it to be true. This is before Kanye went full Nazi. This is exactly what he was complaining about, was the dirty games that these giant corporations play, whether it's Adidas, whether it's the record label you're signed to. They're going to always try to hold you and play you for your money, right? They're always going to try to tell you you're not worth what you think you're worth, and this is what we're going to pay you. And they have various ways of getting that.
But Kanye was crazy and the goofy when he was telling you this, though.
Yeah, but many artists have been saying this, though, besides.
He wasn't goofy for that.
Besides Kanye. You feel me? So
a lot of people still say it was crazy when Kanye come out and rant about this stuff. He's crazy, this and that. It's all good when you sit in that executive rule and you got it your way until you don't have it your way.
And okay, so let me pose this question based on what
a lot of people ain't gonna care what you got going on, bro. Like, as far as a whole, like, people trying to come together, like, on a music and glamour, like, hey, look, bro, we all these type of artists, you know what I'm saying? Let's set our own home base and, like, make our own Def Jam, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or make our own record company, you know what I'm saying? A&R, just everything. Like, I think people sit in the rooms with the same people that they feel like oppress other artists, and they really don't care as long as they getting the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
And then when they value depreciates, then it's, man, look, this was going on. You been knew that. When you was on top, you could have exposed that. But when it seemed like people on top and exposed that, that's when these cases and shit start happening. Allegedly, they say, like, with Diddy and other cases we ain't seen.
So when the system's working for you, it's all good. But then it work against you, that's when you want to be like,
most definitely.
So let me pose this
question. As American as apple pie, though.
So let me ask this: do you feel like Drake surpassing and reclaiming the spot of most monthly listeners on Spotify over Kendrick is a response to Drake's lawsuit? Like, hey, we're gonna bump you back up and put you again at the top position. If so much of these streams and so much of these numbers are compromised and botted, and it's so deliberate, and the system controls so much, wouldn't him reclaiming that top spot be, as I just said, something that's
like
predetermined?
Just more label support.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. A part of me wants to say that's just the market. You feel me? Like, I feel like it's hard for people to wrap their mind around how big Drake is. You know what I'm saying? And how he crosses over to so many cultures. Like, the things that people complain to him about are the reasons why he's succeeding. Like, I heard somebody on this podcast saying that the Central C song and Drake, it's not doing numbers. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. That shit is going crazy. I hear it everywhere. You feel me? That's like, and maybe we're not hearing it in the States, in the clubs that we be in and stuff, but best believe out there, it's going crazy. In Africa, it's going crazy. Places that appreciate, like, more of the house
world music,
kind of music is going crazy. You feel me? So I feel like Kendrick is a titan. He's a huge artist. I'd never play him and say, like, in the world of hip hop sport, like the contact sport, he's neck and neck with Drake, J. Cole, all the big names. These are the greats, right? But, you know, Drake is pop. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's transcended hip hop. He's brought it with him, you know, to other places.
Kendrick classifies himself hip hop. You feel me? Like, what we call hip hop, the elements of hip hop. Drake is more of a diverse artist. Drake, you know, he could do it all. He could sing, you know what I'm saying? He could rap, you know what I'm saying? He could go reggae, you feel me? And Kendrick is diverse in hip hop, you know what I'm saying? He can bring you know what I'm saying, different, you know what I'm saying, characters as far as hip hop. But you know, they two different artists, you feel me? Like I said, I think Kendrick diversifies what, you know what I'm saying, we look at as the elements of hip hop. And, you know, Drake, you know, he can rap and he just, you know what I'm saying, he's not a hip hop artist, you feel me? Drake, like you said, he's pop, he can do pop, you know what I'm saying, whatever, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, dance hall, whatever, you feel me, on everything. So.
And on some LA shit, he gave Draco the Ruler a hook, even without even being asked. Shot him a hook.
Drake, one thing about it, like, he been showing love. Like, he been showing love. He been showing love for sure. I think, that's why, you feel me? He felt the way he felt, about a lot of this shit. You feel me? Like, just us from the outside looking in, we can spectate and give our opinion what's going on, but we ain't, you know what I'm saying, been in them studios. We ain't been the one got them verses. We ain't been on them phone calls with them dudes, you know what I'm saying? We ain't glazed that dudes, you feel me? So just like
well, hey, speaking of glazed, I'll say this. I'll say this.
Motherfucker turn their back on you and do some bullshit, how you gonna react?
And here's the cool thing, and I vote, Kendrick's been cool. Kendrick's come to battle events that I've thrown, and Absol and Hella TD Fools, and I'm cool with Reason and all those guys. But I'll say this: Drake has showed way more love to me personally and to battle rap culture than Kendrick ever has. So LA or not, West Coast or not, you feel me?
Yeah.
Personally, like Drake has rocked with me and mines and my folks to
but I just not to cut
a way
you off.
more greater
not
extent.
to cut you off about that. And that's what I just be saying about beefs. Period. That's why I just think like that shit kind of be like corny when like niggas go at it and just like. I understand both standpoints. Kendrick was looking at it like, nigga, all right, niggas is saying you the king of rap, Cole the king of rap. It ain't no three kings. I feel like I'm the top dog. I feel like I'm better than y'all. And it's just a rap sport. And Drake, he probably was taking it more personal. Like, man, I did favors for you, man. I'm not trying to do battle with you. I look at you like a homie, whatever, but this is what you own. I feel like you doing it, you know what I'm saying, as far as clout. But like to sum it all up, back to what you were saying, like, I got homies, like a lot of homies that rap and a lot of homies that do a lot of shit, and they all have done favors for me. And some of these dudes don't be getting along with each other, and it's just like, nigga, I'm not about to pick no side and be like, oh yeah, nigga, I'm on both sides. And if you do some faggot shit or you do some shit that that we look upon and frown upon as fent and being poisoned, then you ain't never got to tell me to pick a side. I'm not gonna be with that. But just because you beefing or you fall out with like another homie, man, like you can't be expecting nobody to be like, oh yeah, I'm on this side, or draw a line.
No, straight up.
Yeah.
That's
straight
just
up.
Be like, that ain't even man shit.
No, that's gay. Yeah. No, literally.
Yeah.
And you know what the crazy thing is? Regardless, I knew it as soon as it came out. As soon as I heard the little intro, you feel me, little horns in the beginning. I knew that Not Like Us was gonna be what it was, and it was let's call it what it is, the hardest diss track in hip hop history, most impactful, one of the biggest songs in rap history. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And happens to be a diss track. There's been nothing like it before.
Yeah, it was just something different because you ain't heard nothing like from Kendrick. See, a lot of you, like, I guess Drake was throwing shots, and a lot of people was like, oh, Kendrick can't make something for you to dance to. So Kendrick made something for you to dance to, you feel me? But I ain't gonna even lie, like as far as like on a lyricist level and rapper level, I don't think that was the hottest track. I think the one before that was way
Talk
hotter.
about it, Ant.
I don't think
Talk
that this
about
world
it.
made that the hottest track.
Oh,
I
my
think the
God.
one before that was hot. Like
Euphoria?
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Euphoria was crazy
Yeah,
lyrically.
like Euphoria. It was Euphoria for me. It wasn't even Not Like Us.
Okay, so we'll talk about this briefly before you. So, battle rap will agree
Nathan,
with
can pull
you.
up the topics?
All right, battle rap agrees with you. A lot of the people that my close friends that are amongst the greatest lyricists in the world, and we were all talking about it, they're big on Euphoria. They're big on Family Matters as well.
Stupid hard.
And but I knew, and what I was saying, when you could go back and look at the pause, I was probably on No Jumper, and me and Break were the first people.
Family Matters. That's Drake shit.
Yeah. We were the first people. I said, but if Kendrick want to win this, he got to do a West Coast style diss track.
Two-step.
He need to fucking get in his bag like DJ Quick. You feel me? Like Corrupt calling out names, like Easy, real motherfucking G's. He need to do one of those songs that only like we can in the West and make a big fucking huge party hit out of fucking roasting the fuck out of somebody and just be like, and that's exactly what he did. And what Adam asked, he was like, what producer do you think? Because I said you need to tap in with a classic West Coast producer. I said DJ Quick. I was a couple generations off, but Mustard, amazing choice. That's like the perfect choice. And it's like I still remember being at the crib I was staying at Pomona and seeing the thing pop up on YouTube is one of the only like memories of modern hip hop that to me will resonate and have the same impact of like my childhood, memories of when things were happening. I remember that YouTube video popping up and it said Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us, and it had like it was dropped 37 minutes ago and it had 57,000 views or whatever. And I'm like, you know what I mean? And clicking on that, and I was like, oh my God. And I started hitting my homies right away. And I get what y'all are saying. It's not the most lyrical, but I knew this is what was needed to win the war. You know what I mean? Like, there might have been a greater lyrical display, like a greater dissection of character and Euphoria and these other records, but Not Like Us was the fucking bitch slap that the world needed.
Yeah, I messed with it, and that was just like an anthem. That was more like an anthem.
It was an anthem, yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, more of like, if we was like judging like bases as far as like battle and war, it'd be like more of a Euphoria song. That was like a party song, because I'm talking about, like, you had the kids. I ain't gonna lie, I was seeing 2-year-old kids, Not Like Us, and like, you had the grandmas, all that dancing to it. So that was just like, an anthem, and just shutting them up, sushing whoever was saying that I can't make no music for nobody to bounce a party to type shit.
Because he tapped into the vibrations of what was really moving the streets of LA and the West Coast in general, and it was that Draco flow, and he like did it in his own way in a more commercially viable means, you know what I mean, but clearly inspired by that energy, and just like flipped it in a way that the masses was going to accept, and it just worked.
What's so cold about Kendrick for me is that like the lyrics, like the game and history, he was mixing in them lyrics of Not Like Us and made it a party anthem.
He talking about the
how many motherfuckers can do that?
Crazy.
Like, how many motherfuckers can do that? He talking about, you know what I'm saying,
Atlanta,
and chains, and you know what I'm saying, and capitalism, and you got a motherfucker bouncing to it. Like, who bouncing to slavery and capitalism, bound in chains? Like, he did that.
Not my favorite part of the song, but he did do that.
No, it ain't my favorite part. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's the part of what he's talking about,
I get what you
and
say,
got a motherfucker still bouncing. Like,
that actually is, to me.
And I had you rapping over that part of the lyrics. Like, whoa, like, for real, like, on God.
That verse is what solidified the victory to me. I'm not gonna lie. I think to me that verse is the most important verse in the song, and like that's like okay. If you thought this was for play, let me just show you I can do this. By the way, there's still strippers busting it like their booty holes open to this song.
That part,
you feel me? To this song, where I've already like had people, singing about pedophiles and uncomfortable things that are very not cool for, and it scares the pussy away.
Cool for consumption.
Yeah. Like, makes the pussy dry as fuck.
Yeah.
But still, he has that shit cracking. And that third verse, to me, that's what solidified it. I was like, okay, this is different. And then, like, not only dropping the historical lesson, but then equating it to all the ATL rappers, you feel me? And like,
he was really trying to turn the South against Drake, but didn't seem to work. Didn't seem to work too well. But it was, gotta keep your enemy distracted. He was on his 48 laws of power type shit.
Probably because Pluto was already there, but it's just like them other dudes. Like I said, it wasn't a beef to get into. Like, you got relationships with him, just like when Thug came home, dropped the bag to him, and like. That's the right thing to do. Like, just like even me, like, you know what I'm saying? Just like, I don't know neither one of them, but let's just say if I had, like, you know what I'm saying? If I had a relationship with both of them, you feel me? Like, if I had, like, cause you got some artists that got a song with both of them, like, it ain't we not playing this West Coast versus Tourette. That ain't, cause ain't nobody's getting dropped. This shit is hip hop. We gonna leave it hip hop, nigga. Two hip hop giants, nigga, battling, and I fuck with both of them and let the best man win. But this ain't no coast and shit, cause ain't nobody's dropping behind this shit, man. Like, and that's just what I be about, like with that beef shit. Like, even with this YouTube, like podcasters against podcasters, like, you can podcast and talk shit against other podcasts, but don't expect me to join that shit, because I think if y'all see each other, like a lot of you niggas don't even carry guns. I ain't trying to pop at each other, so it really ain't the ops. You feel me? Like, niggas just talking shit and mad at each other for real. You feel me?
The word ops is being like
ops, enemy. That should be used in vain. Man, you just mad at these people, or you dislike these people. Like, cause the ops a person you lurking, you trying to get up on, you trying to do harm. If you don't want to be in the same room as a person, you don't want to be around. He's not an op.
15-year-old kids in Chicago, when they made that word up, we're definitely not talking about like user 7846 on fucking Instagram.
Hell no, bro. They was out there. It was out there in the streets. But look, hey fellas, we could talk about this forever. That was a great hip hop discussion. I got a lot to say about this beef. I know it was 2 years ago, but I wasn't working up here and I couldn't pop my shit. I was on the couch saying they should have me up there. I could do this shit. But anyway, I'm here now. let's move on to this Rampage Jackson shit. This shit was crazy
Yeah, it was.
as hell. Rampage Jackson's son is being investigated by LAPD for attempted murder after knocking a wrestler unconscious and breaking several bones in his face. A huge discussion has been sparked online where some individuals believe his actions are justified. So,
Okay.
can we even show what's
So,
happening
I'm not
here
gonna lie.
on YouTube? I don't think, okay, this isn't going to be on the screen, right?
I'm still.
Okay, bet.
It wasn't until this popped up as a topic today that I was 100% convinced that it was real. Because the whole thing seems like such a wrestling play.
Yeah, but did you see the video?
No, I did.
That's when I knew. I was like, oh, this is not like chill. This is crazy.
Once the not only the ref but the other people and pulling him off at that point, I was like, did you see it in or what? Okay, so are we
let me give them a little bit of a synopsis since we're not
Please.
going to watch all of this, but pull up the crazy video for Ant. Don't play it yet. So basically what happens is Rampage Jackson's son is at this wrestling event and they do some fake wrestling. He gets disrespected. Wait, pause it. He gets disrespected. One of the wrestlers, we'll let him watch it. Let's just let him watch it at this point because it's already up.
That's Rampage's son.
That's Rampage's
Yes.
son.
But like what led up to this?
Oh, that's real, huh?
Yes.
Bro.
He knocked him out.
Bro.
What he doing?
Bro.
So this is what happened first. So Rampage Jackson's son, okay, the first video is of the wrestler bashing a can on his son's head. So the wrestler is creating a storyline, but Rampage's son was upset and felt like he was being picked on. And then the second video is one we just watched, which is them in the ring. I guess like at the end of one of the matches, he hops on, which was like, was it a different day?
It's an old dude thinking it's staged when he getting slammed and all that. And then he
It's
started
that
getting
part was
socked on.
supposed to be staged, but like, you feel me? He obviously went too hard. It's crazy because the way that he does them in the video, I know people who have watched it at home. That's like that signature video of his dad doing that. You know what I'm saying? It keeps going viral. It's been in the algorithm for like weeks now, where Rampage picked the dude up in pride fighting and slammed him, knocked him out, gave him a 2-piece, ref tackled him. It's like one of his most iconic wins. So it's basically like, I don't know if they told him, hey, recreate something like what your dad did, because now one of the wrestlers has come out and said he instructed him. He was like, yeah, fuck him up. Like, you know, make it look good for the cameras, whatever.
That's what I'm saying. The whole thing looks like sus
like
to me.
it was supposed to be staged, but he, I guess maybe not knowing his strength and how to, you know, fake those blows and stuff.
That nigga went on the Rampage.
Bro.
Show Ant the first part too. This is
That's
what
Psycho Stu. Worried about Psycho Stu. Psycho Stu. What, you don't know me? Hell no. Yeah. Hey, hey, I think that's a little. Oh, you don't show it? Easy. He's not a fucking worker, bro. Calm down. Yeah, what the fuck was that? You're good. What the fuck was that? You don't show it? Dude, he's not a fucking worker, bro. What the fuck was that? Hold on. I don't play that shit, bro. Oh, sorry. Nah, I will fuck him up, bro. I know you will. Nah. We're good. I will fuck him up, bro. I know you will. I don't play that shit. Sorry about that, bro. Nah, I will fuck him up.
it just looks so staged. I know it's not,
for sure,
like,
yeah.
It just looks so like.
I think this part was staged, but what ensued was not staged at all.
Well,
so wait, now is he actually in jail? Because I'm seeing people post like free him and stuff underneath this, like in the comments. So is he actually really in jail, or they just launched an investigation?
He definitely was for show, like throwing mad blows to the dome. You feel me? Like he was for show firing on bro, to the greatest extent of his ability.
It's just crazy to me though, like in this streaming era and stuff, like you're not fully aware. I mean, I don't know. He's a fighter himself. I believe Raja Jackson is a fighter himself, you know, and I know they're crazy people. They're actually unhinged. You got to put yourself in a different mind state to get into that cage. You know, you could die. Anything could happen to you. But
God damn. Okay, so he apologized here, but this is before. Okay, so let's watch this apology. But I haven't seen this.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know. I thought you were first.
I get it.
We're gonna work it out. Well, he's gonna come out on your matches. I know you keep thinking we're working. We're always working.
I get it.
I apologize.
Okay. Right. Well, I don't think he realized that he was gonna do that at that exact moment. He didn't realize that they were creating content at that moment. He just thought they were having a regular interaction. And then I guess that's what it seems like. What I'm deriving is that correct?
Yeah.
And then Fool hits him with the beer, and then and he's like, "Yo," but I guess they obviously are trained in ways to hit people with things like that, as to where it doesn't hurt you or some shit.
Yeah.
But it's still. He was caught off guard by it and was like, okay. And that was his lick back, was when he hop on stage or hop in the ring. And
yeah, for sure. He just took that as disrespect. So after Rampage Jackson and Psycho Stu made up after an apology, what? It's another wrestler, AJ Madden. Okay, AJ Madden. Just unhighlighted. It's hard to read it when it's blue. Goes to Raja and tells him to give Psycho Stu a receipt with what? Oh, which is a means of payback, like in the ring, right?
You run in on his shit, you fucking give him his receipt. You remember what a receipt is? Give him that fucking receipt, bro. Tag his shit. If you got a fucking problem with it, I'll fucking run out there. Tag his shit, bro. You run in on his shit, you fucking give him his.
Kenny Mouse in the building.
So yeah, so this is just a perfect storm, right? Like, I don't think he really meant to just straight up kill, bro. I think he's smarter than that as a fighter. He's probably been under contract and stuff before, but
man.
Maybe it was just a perfect storm. I don't want to put that on that man that he was intentionally trying to hurt this man.
Intentionally doing. I can't say. I just shit what they showed, man. He was throwing fire.
It just looked so bad, bro.
So this is a story, right? Because I was watching it. I was like, okay, look, this is actually what happened. Basically, he was just streaming, just doing what he does. The guy, who he slammed, Psycho Stu, he hit him in the head with one of the props,
right?
Like one of those prop cans. Mm-hmm. Recently, he just got a concussion, Raj, because he was sparring on camera. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. But I was like, this is some concussed behavior right here. This is CTE.
Yeah. So he got concussed, and when the guy told him, "Oh, get your receipt," he's over because the guy apologized to him. He's like, "Okay, I get it," and then he's over here thinking "Oh, he's just gonna come in and slam him or do some shit." But this dude let the chat rage bait the fuck out of him for calling him a bitch because of that situation into boom, psh, boom, 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 crashing the fuck out.
But he wasn't aware that at that moment he was gonna do that little stunt.
No, he wasn't, because the guy thought that it was gonna be a whole thing, and this is where Rampage is calling him, telling him yo, the dude can't wake up. So this is what happened here.
Oh shit.
This is happening.
Hello?
Hey, where the hell you at? I told you to double leg that motherfucker and start welding him. I just saw the video.
Shit pissed me off though, Andre.
I understand that, but now they can't wake the nigga up. He's fucking in the ring, fucking flatline, bro.
My bad.
He said my bad.
I understand y'all had heat. You didn't have to fucking take it there.
I'll call you back later.
It looked like he had anger issues.
No, he's always been chill. If you guys have ever seen his streams, him and his dad, he's low-key, the chat always be bitching on him too. They be clowning him in the chat.
Was he there when Playerways popped
Yeah,
up?
I think he was. Yeah, he definitely was. Yeah. But what happened basically is he got fucking rage baited into crashing out into boom. That was the anger that the chat did. I'm telling you, bro. This chat shit is crazy.
I mean,
so this is just some D1 rage baiting.
Exactly.
Right,
yeah. Pretty much.
But
crashed out.
But in what capacity would you think that hopping on like in the ring and throwing that many blows of the
Bro,
dome.
nobody
I
thought he
understand
was
wanting to
gonna
get
do
your get
that.
back, but like that's not like in the mall.
Bro,
the
but
guy
this is what I'm saying though, for real, is this a CTE, bro? Like
For
the
sure.
way, like how Ant said he looked like he got some anger issues, the way he
Yeah.
walking and moving. And he just said, hey, bro, they can't wake him up. Bro said, my bad.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
what? That's that CTE, boy.
I think
That's
he's
that
like,
Antonio Brown special.
he was still like in shock of the situation, probably.
Fuck.
'cause-
Yeah, hey, man, crazy as hell, man.
Come on, bro.
Got them anger issues hidden inside. He waiting to get on something.
Bro, y'all think this shit's a game? He said, I'll run through somebody for that Bentley truck. You
I mean,
feel me?
I'm not gonna lie. Most people that I know or have interacted extensively with that are professional fighters have like that delayed response thing. where
Because you can see that wasn't no. Because I was trying to say, was this a stage? Man, he was throwing all you get.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It was all staged until, bro. And if you see the video, it's like while a Chief Keef song's playing, and imagine last thing you hear is Young Chup on the beat. You get fucking slapped and you don't wake up. Look, if you play the
Tornado
video,
starts
look,
playing.
if you play the video, as soon as he's about to slap him, all you hear is Young Chup on the beat.
It's like those-
Look. I'll see you before you fucking die.
This is that dude that was in the barbershop that said, if I can't talk about social now.
They were like, bro, Young Chop on the beat. Fucking
Young Chop on the beat.
That's like, he's actually a good guy. The other guy, the guy that got slammed on the floor.
He got the whole league holding him back.
Oh yeah, thanks.
God,
Yeah, dude.
These little backyard wrestling leagues ain't
Man,
no
that's
joke, huh?
man, yeah, man. Yeah, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. And can't no chat rage baiting, man. That's weird.
Yeah, that's not the
That's
chat
an old
rage.
ass
Can't handle
man,
it, bro. Some people can't
That is an
handle it.
old ass man, bro.
Yeah. Oh, his backstory is cold. We're not even gonna get
That's
into
an old ass
yeah.
man. Then it's a beer prop can. Now he ain't even hit you with a real beer can. That was just way too much. Like I could see the little slam 1-2. That should have been it. But yeah.
Man, he crashed out, bro.
It was very excessive.
That's why I'm telling y'all, I gotta stay out them chats, man. Them chats be getting people in trouble, man. That'd be the fall from chats and make the fall from grace.
I feel like the apology to his father wasn't even about him feeling bad about what he did. It was like, oh, I know this is gonna cost you hella money.
Worried about Psycho Stew. Psycho
You
Stew.
feel me? Like,
What, you don't
you're about to face hella lawsuits as a result, most likely that you're gonna have to pay for.
know me? Hell no. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're in the fight world. The fight world is crazy, man. Those guys live a different life. You know what I'm saying? When when you see fighters crashing out, bro. Conor McGregor picked up a goddamn trolley and tried to throw it through Khabib's bus, thinking like we could do this. Like it's chill, bro.
But
New York almost locked his ass up.
There's also a difference between them, like professional fighters and shit, and fucking, not that wrestlers aren't professional because they are, but
All
like
fighters, all
No,
fighters,
no, no, no.
all
100%.
All fighters ain't doing that shit, bro.
No.
Not even a good percentage. Like you got a certain few people, even Conor McGregor. It must have been something in the steroids or something he was
Yeah, the
taking.
steroids.
Yeah,
Like,
McGregor is an
e-
outlier
e-
for
e-
sure.
Every now and then you got one. I'm saying you even had Ron Artez when he used to be tripping. But man, like that shit
Tito
is
Ortiz.
Yeah, for sure. You got him
Yeah.
every now and then. You feel me? For sure.
No, and that's not par for the course for like the regular fighters and people doing that shit. And also, it's like when you combine like because Rampage, and I know he wound up going into the wrestling world afterwards and stuff like that, but he comes from mixed martial arts, right? You feel me? So it's different when you combine that with the
Rampage star wrestler.
I think he's been. I don't think he ever
Like
wrestled,
guests,
but like
they
yeah,
bring
he's-
on guests and
yeah,
stuff like
he's-
that. Yeah.
type shit. He's been like a part of that metaverse or whatever. So it's just kind of weird when you combine those different elements and like people aren't familiar with the way fully the storylines, etc., are executed. And
Oh yeah.
Boobaye player.
Oh yeah, they
Upside the
clearly
head.
did not run through a rehearsal of that because it definitely wouldn't have gone that bad. It's crazy though. Wait, there's so many links on
So the
this.
dude died?
I think he's in critical condition. I think he's in the hospital still. Not doing
Man,
too
they
well.
put them comatiotas on him.
Yeah, nah, for real, for real.
But that man,
Crazy.
I feel like he was damn near unconscious after the
That's why
slam.
you gotta watch out. Some people don't be knowing what they be dealing with out here, man. Get them wrong paws put on you, man. Be in a hospital room somewhere.
Nah, for real. That's what I'm saying. You don't want to mess with those dudes.
Man.
So what you want to see about this? Oh, okay, interesting. G Malone. He got called out by the OVOers, aka the Drake stands, for disrespecting Tupac after discovering the Glasses Tupac Must Die song from over a decade ago. Was it over a decade old? It was about a decade old. I think it's a little newer than that, actually. But let's take a look at this, because there's definitely some interesting things to discuss here. So this guy, I guess, is at his "You Only Live Twice." Hey, G Malone, how are you speaking on Drake buying Tupac items to support the family when you made the song "Tupac Must Die"? And then G Malone said, "Tweet one line where I disrespected Pac in that song. I'll cash app you 1,000 right now."
Oh, so this is some internet shit? They trying to twist G Malone's words? Because I couldn't imagine him saying anything bad about Pac.
Well, I mean,
he's big on the West Coast artists. He bigs up a lot of West Coast artists.
Do you remember the song when it came out?
Tupac Must Die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember anything, but if I can guess what he probably was trying to do is just probably talking about Tupac life, probably just giving you a standpoint of how Tupac, you know what I'm saying, had to die or something. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it was from the perspective of the people. He did a song from the hypothetical perspective of the people that killed Tupac. And that was basically what the point of the song was.
What I'm saying.
Yeah, basically what you said. Yeah.
From Lando and them standpoint.
Yeah, from their perspective.
Getting jumped and all that, getting feet put on them and all that, and man, I gotta go back and handle my business. I was disrespected.
Right.
Type shit, the shit that goes on.
And one of the I actually interviewed Glasses around this time. Really, one of the only people that I feel like has comparable now. He got a lot of knowledge on hip hop culture. I'll say that he really know his shit. We could definitely spar on some hip hop knowledge shit.
For sure.
He be knowing his shit. And one of the things that he was saying at this time was that there's a big sentiment amongst a lot of people, particularly Crips that are from Watson Compton, that are in that age group that were outside when Tupac was killed, that don't fuck with Tupac and really never did. And there's a whole reason why that people don't understand.
Because who he was with and associated with.
Exactly. Him, being in his, early to mid 20s and then coming out to LA because Suge bailed him out, and then he essentially becoming a member of Mob Pyru and getting mob tatted on your arm and all that. And there's a lot of people that were beefing with them and more beef that attitude that weren't fucking with it on the other side. So there's several people in that community that don't hold Tupac in the high regard that the culture does, or just.
I mean, inserting itself in gangbang business is what met his untimely death.
Who is this? Who is this person that replied to G Malone saying who is that? Is that just a random fan?
Per my understanding, this is per my understanding.
So it just sounds like they took the song name out of context and they didn't listen to the song and made themselves look stupid.
But the thing is, so at the time, a lot of people felt, and I even could see this perspective as well and kind of agree with it to an extent, that the mere existence of that song could be viewed as disrespect towards Tupac. You know what I mean?
What year did it release again?
See, they're saying it's over 10 years old. Yeah, I remember it. Like I said, it was less than 10 years. I believe it was 2018, 2019.
You said it's you said it could be offensive?
I feel like it's the mere existence of it. You know what I mean? Because, I can see why. You're talking about so let's take another artist. Let's say there's somebody.
The family can take it as disrespect. Well, we got to understand this is something that happened, regardless of you being a Tupac fan or not. Tupac went and put his hands on somebody. You know what I'm saying? With some other people, and a result of that is what met his timely death. And all Glasses did is made a song from the standpoint of Lando. the one who got rushed in Vegas.
The
That's
disrespect.
probably what was
wow,
on his
okay.
mind, what he was thinking, like, man, hey, Tupac just got on me, you know what I'm saying? And me being a gangbanger, he just probably he's giving the standpoint from Orlando, looking at it from like, man, I gotta go holler at him. Tupac, whoever, like, you just stumped me out right here in Vegas with about 5-10 other people. Yeah, I'm out looking for you.
So it's
You
like
out
an
here.
artistic kind of.
It was a very artistic statement, and
I
it was.
mean, yeah, then.
But of course, like,
Storytelling.
Yeah.
but G Malone knows what the fuck he's doing, and he knows when he makes this record is gonna be viewed as disrespectful by a large
Well, it's
portion of the people
definitely a
that consume it.
provocative title, but
Yeah.
if you listen to the song, what it sounds like, doesn't sound like anything dissing Tupac necessarily.
So there's a Cypress Hill song from back in the day called "The Eyes of the Pig," and it's Be Real rapping from the perspective of the police, and you know I'm about to fucking beat my wife, and I'm about to go fucking you
He
know
made a video to it too. Didn't
yeah
he?
it was a
Made the
dope
video,
song.
yeah.
You feel me? Like, oh, I'm about to go sexually, about to go R word this prostitute. I'm about to do this and that. You feel me? This is like what I do. I'm a cop on the daily, and people could look at that as disrespectful. There's a song that Necro and Ill Bill got called "White Slavery," and they're doing it from the perspective of human traffickers, and they are talking about literally like putting teenage girl or women. I don't think it specifies teenage, but women in foreign countries into white slavery and selling them in the black market and human trafficking. So like these songs are definitely artistic as fuck, but could also be viewed as offensive. Does that make them wrong in their essence? No.
Yeah, people are
but,
always gonna make songs like that. Yeah.
But this person's not wrong for saying that glasses.
It's kind of different because it's not the person who actually did it. It's not Orlando. It's somebody giving you his perspective. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the family, of course, the family should view it as disrespect because in result, it's Orlando, and you know what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure it. You know what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure it leads up to Tupac's death, but you know, as far as what the fans think, I mean, you know, people is life. Some people gonna like it. I mean, it's just like it's pros and cons. People gonna like it, people not.
Y'all remember
some
that?
People is, some people not.
Y'all remember that Joyner Lucas song and video? I'm not a racist.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. I fucked with that. I thought that shit was cool.
Now, obviously, like he had to put himself in the perspective of like a racist white guy. You know what I mean? Like,
she was wild.
And the dude who's in the video, he's probably just like an actor or like a regular guy. He's probably not like, he didn't get like a real racist guy to fuck, you know what I'm saying? To say all that, but that guy had to pretend.
Nah, for real, yeah. That's something that happens in hip hop though. Like I know Glasses, he's a student of the game. I love listening to him talk about hip hop. I know when he put that song out, he knew that it was gonna piss people off. You know what I'm saying? That's the reaction that he was trying to get from it. But it is a
100%.
real story that needs to be told, and you know has been probably like circulated through LA, right? In those parties, you know, like you said, the older Crips in Compton and stuff like that. Like it's always different stories behind what actually happened and how people were viewing it on the streets. From a fan, you know, even a younger person, I was born in 94, like I just look at Tupac as the GOAT, like, you know, and it's fucked up what happened to him, and whoever did whatever to him, they were dead wrong, no matter what the other, you know, details of it might be, but that's not how real life plays out, right? So fans just doing what they're supposed to do.
For sure.
They being fans, you know?
For sure. I'm a Tupac fan, but you know, we gotta be realistically, you feel me? Same sign, all that. I fuck with him hard body, but it's realistically in life, like definitely in the culture, like of you being like a member. Like if somebody assaults you, the thing to do is to go assault them back.
Man, when fucking Tupac put out that Round and Round, you feel me? And I was in 7th grade. You feel me?
You was in
And
7th grade for the Round and Round.
Hell yeah. You feel me? Like, what? That is the hardest song. Bro, him in the fucking jacuzzi with all the bitch. I was like, oh my God. This guy is the coolest human being alive. Like, you feel me? Like, he got the most hoes. What's your secret?
The little jig he used to be doing in the video.
You feel me? Like,
you feel me? That shit was hard.
and then Shock G first when he goes, I'm Shock G, the one that put the satin on your panties. I was like, yo, these guys. I was like, that's why I moved to Oakland later on.
So this person that brought up whatever the fuck to G Malone, like, they're invalid, right? I mean, like,
well, look, okay, so
it's a
here's
false
what this
equivalency and doesn't.
This is fanaticism, and this is what I was talking to you about yesterday when we were having a discussion about Drake, and we started like talking, you know, like critiquing certain aspects of Drake's character, what we were doing, because the comment was you were saying at least Drake is himself. At least Drake don't have to bite other artists and be somebody else to blow up, or to make it.
I didn't say that. Someone else.
Yeah, but this is what you were referencing, right?
Yeah, someone else had mentioned that.
You said that.
I was quoting
and
somebody.
I said, and you're like, yeah, he had to copy Draco. And I was like,
I
okay.
did say that.
Yeah, and I was like, interesting
Who had to
point.
copy Draco?
Kendrick, per the point he was making, with the success of Not Like Us and the GNX album is what he was referring to. And I said, and I was like, first of all, you feel me? That's ironic.
Hold on. Y'all think Not Like Us sound like Draco?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get Draco.
Shit.
Well,
I could point out a few reasons.
The whole
why.
style of GNX really
Well,
for being.
I'd say GNX.
Hold on, we talking about GNX. I'm talking about
is-
Not Like Us.
I'm
talking about one song.
He's saying I agree with
saying-
Ant. Not Like Us is
yeah,
not
that's not
necessarily
Draco's
like
style.
him sounding like Draco, but on
Well,
GNX
he
on
used-
a lot of those
he
other
used several
songs that come
Drake,
later.
but on that song in particular,
if you
there's
look
like
at the
7
hook,
or 8. Yeah, they not like us, Mr. Get Dough. You feel me?
In the
Like
same way.
not
In the
the
same
format
way.
of the hook in that song.
Man, come on.
That's just
look,
one
hey,
example.
That's
look,
gonna find
though.
another song in the same cadence.
Yeah,
But
hold on, wait.
that's not the only example.
Mr.
I
Get
can-
Dough.
if you
They
really want
not
to talk
like
about
us.
this right now,
Look,
that's
y'all
crazy.
cold.
that's true.
You guys are acting like Kendrick isn't an LA nigga himself, and like LA fools that make music in LA, besides like Nipsey, few guys trying to be like super lyrical, is gonna sound somewhat similar. You know what I'm saying? Like there is a LA style. that Draco
not
was
just the cadence,
so,
though.
so,
Not
so,
just
so,
the cadence.
so I encourage people to look up the cadence that Draco the Ruler flipped on the Touchable freestyle.
NBA.
The first 3 bars.
Cook 'em
I
much.
encourage you to look at the Inglewood diss track. I'm not gonna say what it's called. You feel me? Like
I get what you're saying. I understand
it's
what you're
the
saying
exact
entirely.
cadence. It's the exact vocal tone. It's the exact. There's 10 references in Not Like Us, including John Stockton. The exact punches that walking
John Stockton. What
pass on the body like pass
Bro,
the,
are we,
the
like,
exact
actually-
same
hold on,
fucking.
Wait. Let's just clarify right quick so we don't have to get in the weeds of this. Obviously, we're
I know.
we're on opposite points, but just like a little bit. Like I agree with what Ant said. I feel like Not Like Us is not necessarily just totally like an ode to Draco. Like yes, there are gonna be things that sound similar, but I feel like that's just West Coast music. Now, when we go to GNX, a lot of those tracks, especially the ones that got big,
Jabroni.
yeah,
Draco
they
thing
are.
as well.
There is definitely an ode to Draco going on. Like Kendrick is showing him love and using his flows, his style of executing bars, 100%. No, I'm not taking away from that. Draco has his own unique sound that got popular in LA, and now he has kids. But you also gotta take a break and say that this is West Coast music, and it's gonna kind of sound like this, that, and the other. You feel me? Like I could say Draco sounds like Quick or somebody. You know what I'm saying? They're all pulling from each other.
No,
It's the
Yes,
sonic
some LA
sound.
shit.
Like
it's a regional sound.
yeah.
it really wasn't a thing widely known like that. People may
what
want to
was-
act
what-
like
what
LA
was
is
the
popping
thing?
like before.
Listen, I'm
like
not
it
saying
wasn't.
that.
Sorry.
I'm not
G
saying that.
Perico
Listen,
came
listen,
out
listen.
sounding like DJ.
Okay,
Quick.
my
for
argument
sure,
would be- my
but
argument
this
would
what
be-
I'm saying. Look,
Hold
I
on,
ain't good
yeah.
because I ain't listen to though. I don't be listening to the whole album these days. My little brother out there, he went to school with Draco. Niggas know him. I'm just saying, I don't think that I've listened to him. The nigga hard, got his own style, but Not Like Us. I can't. I don't see Draco on that song.
It
Not
wasn't.
not.
Bro, y'all are too young, bro.
Nah,
Y'all are
bro.
too young, bro.
Like,
What is the frame-
stylistically-
okay, I'm not too
stylistically-
young. So what is the frame of reference that predates Draco's style?
Like
What is his stylistic lineage?
YG, T Fleet, Ty Dolla Sign. There is a West Coast
No.
sound. There is a West
They-
Coast
he
sound.
don't
That's
sound
just
like those
also-
guys.
Listen, there's a
He
West
don't
Coast
sound like
sound.
any
There's
of those
a West
guys.
Coast sound that
Who
exists that is even present in.
He said Draco sound like T-Fly and
No,
YG.
No, I'm not saying that, bro. That's not what I'm saying.
So I'm
I'm
asking
saying
that-
that there is a West Coast sound that exists. I'd say that Not Like Us sounds more like a YG song than a Draco song.
That's crazy.
Beat me in
That's
that
wild.
argument.
Oh, yeah, let me
Beat me
you.
in that argument.
Let me beat you in that argument. We already did with the Mr. Get Dough thing. Draco was rapping on Mustard Beats in 2015. Draco was supposed to be Mustard's next artist until he turned down the deal.
When was YG rapping on Mustard
4 years
Beats?
before that. 4 years before that.
Okay,
but
so
that doesn't
what-
mean that that's more of a Mustard sound.
But
than
Listen
or
to
I
what
mean
I'm
more
saying.
of a
Listen
YG
to what I'm
sound
saying.
than what Draco did on Mr. Get Dough is as much a mustard record as anything that YG, Tyga, or any of the people Ty Dollar that became popular over.
Can we be
rapping
real?
on
The
those
mustard
beats.
sound is like shit, like Loyal, shit like
No.
dun 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 dun.
Hell
Whatever,
no.
not like us.
Oh
That's
my
like Low to Great. That was that whole era. So that's
Well,
a completely different
oh my
sound,
God.
dude.
I
So
mean,
it's
you
like
gotta
not,
go back to those old YG
Bro.
tapes, bro. You gotta
Okay,
go back to
yes,
YG's
yes,
first shit.
you're not
You're
wrong.
talking about the club bangers that came way later with fools like Chris Brown and when they were doing some pop shit. Not when Mustard was really
Those
in
early,
there.
but those
Hood
okay.
slappers.
Those early YG.
We got about 6 sounds in this bitch, and it's going crazy.
Right,
nigga.
right, like I'm
What?
gonna put that on the hood when he was trying to sound like Lil Jon, who was like freaking Bay Area beats, essentially.
Yes,
Like yes,
that is
But-
the identity
but
of
the-
Mustard's sound, which is, it is the identity of West Coast music. It all plays off of one another. There is an element of West Coast like music sonically in Draco's music, right? We can say
Yes.
that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Draco did his own thing on that. He improved it. He took it to a new heights with new flows. What do they call it? Nervous music, panic
Nervous
music,
music,
traffic
yeah.
music. Yes, he created more genres, but there's still an essence of like the West Coast in it, right?
Yeah,
and
there-
that's the same thing that I'm saying about Kendrick's Not Like Us or any other song that Kendrick does. Like Kendrick's not an East Coast rapper trying to sound like a LA nigga. He's a LA nigga. He's a West Coast nigga rapping how West Coast dudes pop it.
Correct.
Period.
he didn't really rap like
Everybody
that for a long. He didn't rap like that until after To Pimp a Butterfly, and then A Damn came out. That was nothing.
I mean, he's been doing it and he can do it because that's what he comes from. This is his foundation, his cultural foundation with music, bro. Just because he's giving you stuff that's maybe more lyrical, more complex, some jazz and all that shit, doesn't mean that he's not a nigga from Compton who could hop on any of these beats out here specific to his region and do his Dougie like everybody else, if not better.
But to
let's
not-
not play around like that's not a capability of Kendrick's.
But-
Like he needed to go get this style from somebody else, whatever. There's a lot of West Coast artists that can hop on current and old beats and do their shit.
Then
Nobody's
why?
saying you
Then,
can't
then-
do it.
then- then why at his most pivotal moment did he choose to do that?
Exactly.
Then why at the moment when he
Why
had the
was he doing
most-
it before?
You guys
Why
are
did he-
over associating a regional sound with one individual.
But no, we're over associating a regional sound that the entire project leaned on heavily. Was the entire point of the project, from the features to the production to the imaging to the branding. It was a West Coast love letter to even having the whole.
That's what I'll say.
Scraper
It is.
bite.
That's
Yes.
that's what I'll say. It is 100% agree. It's,
Yes.
it's a West Coast love letter. It's a
Right.
ode. It's an ode to Draco. He's showing love to the people in the city who have been successful, maybe that aren't here with us anymore and stuff. Yes, of course, that's happening. But I'm saying that regionally, he's just fulfilling a
void.
It's a
niche.
sound. It's
Yeah.
what exists out here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that you guys, I think, are overdoing it with assigning too much of that regional flavor to one person.
We're
No,
not
because
saying
I think
that
you guys
he's.
are
We're
overdoing
not
it.
saying that
You're
it's
overwhooping
completely.
as that-
We're not.
what you're
We're not saying it's completely ode to Draco, but to not acknowledge like the influence is crazy.
No, I'm not acknowledging the influence. I've never said that that it wasn't an ode to Draco in a way. Of course it was.
How?
100%.
Okay, so imagine if when Drake dropped that joint that was flipping the XXX Tentacion "Look at Me" cadence came out, and nobody said anything. You feel me?
Let's do a better. Let's do a better
That's what I'm
example.
saying, But look, a lot of look. This is rap. So like, once we talking about like hip hop and elements and shit, like it ain't too many cadence. Like a lot of cadences are going to be repeated, bro. So you even have Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy, he came out and started claiming Drake was taking his cadence. Like, look at this song I made back here in 2007, 2008. Now look right here in 2018, 19. Drake using my cadence. Woo,
He
woo.
did though.
So it's just like, I mean, you know.
Yeah, that's look. That's what I was gonna say.
He's like he did, but you a rapper though, fool.
Yeah.
So like you
yeah,
study the art. You're not a whack rapper. They about to see like literally in 5 minutes when this cipher dropped. That those who don't know.
They already know. They already fuck with my shit. My shit settled. I got distro kid. I get paid already. Hey, they know the truth.
They know the truth.
They know the truth.
So here's the thing: like, I know that you have an appreciation of the art, and
Yeah,
like
for sure.
So to me, if nobody else is gonna acknowledge it and archive it and discuss it is gonna be me. And it's gonna be the people that actually care about this shit. I know the general masses don't give a fuck. It's like, oh, this shit sound cool, but nah, I'm gonna break down stylistically exactly what is the branches of this tree, what is the fucking roots of it, and what planet.
And you know, as a hip hop historian, if you started breaking all this shit down and did a little diagram, started drawing roots and trees and leaves, you know that you wouldn't be able to just say 110% that Kendrick is just like totally Jock and Draco style, and that it isn't a regional sound that exists. We all know
No,
this.
Draco sound I can't say Draco sound not a regional sound. His shit was different.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that he doesn't have his own unique thing. He has that, but underneath that, there are elements of West Coast music.
So let's take Draco.
Like,
let's take Draco. Let's take the Bay Area. Let's take 5% of Money Sign Suede and a couple other influences. Boom, there's GNX.
I'm cool with that. There's a lot more people you could be shouting out though. Like the list is long, but I'm cool with that.
Yeah, but that's like pretty solid, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because he blatantly did, like, as was acknowledged by his own people, flip the reason why I said Suede is because he literally flipped the Suede cadence in one song. You feel me?
Yeah.
Other than that, I hear Draco and I hear the Bay Area.
What?
Now back to the whole
No.
previous
I want to
point
know the
about
distinction now because I keep hearing what makes that sound like Bay Area and what makes other shit sound like LA because I'm confused. I'm under the impression like what's the difference because I need to know like
your idea of the Bay Area starts with like fucking like Offset Jim and All Black, bro. Like and SOBRBE.
More like SOBRBE.
Yeah, like that's like like you thought that's when the Bay started. Like like Kendrick is
that
paying,
shit don't sound like
he's paying homage to the previous Bay Area. He's paying homage to the scraper bikes, to the hyphy movement shit. You feel me?
So
to that bounce, the E40.
So for example, does F beats, you know, like F beat,
yes,
right?
I know.
Do his beats sound like LA beats or Bay Area beats?
F beat is and I say this in a fucking very complimentary way because I love F beat. He's one of the best in the city. He's like Mexican mustard.
Okay, so can you give me a prime example of something that would sound LA because everything
What
else
sounds
like,
LA as opposed to there's different Bay Area beats are generally like they're different, bro. Like they're a little bit more like slower. They're mobbier. They have a different bounce to them. You feel me? Like, you know the difference.
That was beefing.
That's what I'm saying, but then
Beanie, Seagull, and Jada kids.
Okay, you remember that back in the day?
No, I don't remember them beefing.
Oh, they had one of the best back and forths in hip hop history. You
Run
probably
this one down for us, Les.
Yeah. So okay, Beanie, Seagull, and Jada, who in the. You're lucky that because I was about to fucking cook.
Yeah, I had to get y'all out of that. But one day we'll go through it.
Thank you. In the early 2000s, Beanie Siegel and Jada Kiss were pretty much regarded as two of the hardest spitters. To me, they still are. They had diss tracks going back and forth. Jada. There's a lot of competition between like Jada and Hove, although they didn't actually beef, but there was a lot of comparisons. Jada winds up getting into it. Beans, I guess recently they squashed it, but I would encourage everybody to go look back. It's one of the closest back and forths, and a lot of people actually say that Beans has the harder diss. So I don't know what y'all think, but like
the J stuff.
Yeah,
gotta go check them out.
They were cooking. They were cooking. So you feel me? They're making an album together. I'm super happy about this because, as we know,
good bars.
Great bars. We know Beanie doesn't. He only has one lung, I believe now. You feel me? His health is definitely compromised, but
he's only got one lung.
I believe
That's
so.
why
He has
sounds like that.
Yeah, he sounds completely different. He can't
Wow.
rap like he used to, but like bar wise, he still has. I think there's a song called "Still Dealin'." It was from Pusha T's 2015 release, and he has his verse on there. 10 toes trapping, 10 toes deep in the trap. I'm still here. That's one of my favorite verses in years, but a lot of people were like hating on it because you don't sound like old Beans because he's not able to. But maybe with technology and punch-ins and a little bit of AI, We can get some of that old Beans energy, and we
yeah,
know
yeah.
we're gonna get some of the best lyrics. I mean, shit.
Using AI for good. Yeah, the bars are gonna be crazy regardless, right?
I don't think people realize like how much Beans was supposed to be one of the biggest rappers of all time.
Who's better, Jada or Beanie Siegel? Who's a better rapper?
Overall, you kind of got to give it to Jada just based on like.
I hear more about
accolades.
Jada. I hear Jada is like really be spitting.
I'll say Jada you have to give it to Jada. He's ranked higher.
Anytime he hops on a song, even right now or
Jada.
recently, like he
Jada
kills. Like on the Eddie Kane album, his verse on Schoolboy's album.
Correct.
Bro,
I fuck with Jada.
But
shit was Jada hard.
easy.
I'll say this: at his highest potential, like if he's on all skill unlocked, you feel me? Beanie has a higher skill level that he could reach.
The
but
chat's saying
he
Jada too.
Huh?
Chat's saying Jada.
Oh yeah, I'm about to say.
Yeah,
it.
Jada, but
Yeah,
but a lot of the
commercially, we
a lot of the
Jada
chat
cold,
don't.
man.
A lot of the chat probably is too young to remember how cold Beans used to be and what a huge like factor he was in
Fuck with
Philly and all
Beans,
that.
But you know, man, I can feel it in there. I fuck with Beans, but just lyrically, like I said, I'm a rapper. Like lyrically, Jada, motherfucker, Jada talk that shit, man.
Song making too,
Jada
low
talk
key,
that
right?
shit,
like
bro.
Yes, but
his songs are. I mean, he has a lot of crossover
Jada
as well with his
gas
bigger
up, bro.
stuff. But
Benny hard, Jada gas up,
yeah,
though, bro.
I haven't. All his songs are just so
Jada
clean.
gas
Smack
up,
Daddy, Young Scrappy. No, he ain't the OG gangster. Yes, I is. Come on,
cool.
don't test like kid.
That's cool.
Burn your house down like Left Eye did. Notorious like the Left Eye kid. Biggie Smalls, you can get it, damn wrong. Trying to go wrong with a bitch. Got a 9 in my pocket. I'm blind. I'm full of 9 on the pockets on fire. What? Beanie was a fucking dog. Are you kidding? Like, man, I'm not gonna look. I agree. Jada, got that for sure. But to try to undersell Beanie's brilliance and greatness, we aren't gonna do that.
No, ain't nobody underselling him. Like I said, I fuck with both of them. Like I ain't got a dog in the fight, but they ask who's the better than me. I shit, Jada.
I'm not mad at that. But I am gonna say that I'm psyched that they're actually doing this, and Jada for giving us. He didn't need to do this with Beanie Siegel right now.
Yeah.
Jada already got the motion. He's already solidified. Like, Jada showed the strength of his catalog with his 2 appearances on Versus, with like not only outclassing Fab, because like that was the real.
That's what he went against Fab.
Yeah. And he smoked Fab, and
He smoked him.
smoked him,
He
embarrassing.
ain't smoking.
He smoked him, embarrassing bad. Just like he.
See. I see like lyrically, but see Fab. Obviously, Fab got more hits.
That's why you
Like
figure
commercials. No, it ain't no.
Cause Jada,
It ain't no. Jada like rapping.
Mariah Carey and stuff.
That's the thing that people forget.
Huh?
Yes,
His shit
You
with
said what?
Mariah Carey.
That's
and
one
stuff.
song. What else?
he actually has multiple songs with
I feel like
Mariah.
he's got a few like
he
that.
got
Don't worry about
KISS
it.
Me, and he got
He's got a
Honey.
Yeah,
You
Tiffany,
like
with
that
the
shit go
Locks, yeah.
hard. That
Yeah.
motherfucker crazy.
Cause it was
No,
the
but I'm
craziest.
just saying, but see, and see, because I want to say like
I love
Jada
that.
was like his hits like probably was like more like a nigga was still like a kid. They was like more like 90ish. Like Fab was like early 2000s.
No, Jada was going crazy in the 2000s too.
He was.
He was
Like,
going
I-
crazy.
like, I
Because when
was-
I was watching
he
that
was.
verses, I said, "Boy, Jada could drop some shit on your
Jada
head,
cooked
boy."
him.
And then he got that stage presence too.
Where's Jada from?
I was like, niggas was not
Yonkers.
ready for this.
Oh, so and Beanie's from
Philly.
Philly, right? Who got better rappers?
I've said this before.
He
and
just
I-
be trying to get
You
less
got better
deep in
rappers.
his bag.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Philly has the best rappers of any city in the fucking world. Not like based on like necessarily the music that's been created, although they're definitely in that conversation, but just bars and amount of fools that are crazily talented rappers per capita. Philly number 1, Detroit number 2, everybody else after that.
Wow.
And Ben said that. So do with that as you will. do with that as you will.
Okay,
LA's in the combo, but
He's trying to
Oh,
backtrack.
shit, bro.
no backtracking.
Okay.
And I feel like if you were gonna, I don't include NYC as a whole, but even if you did, I feel like Philly has more good rappers inside Philly than the entirety of New York City, all 5 boroughs combined.
That's some
my-
hot shit you popping
That's
right there.
I really feel that way.
This is good for
Skill wise,
hip-hop. Hey, this
skill
is good
wise,
for hip hop.
I really got
skill
the
wise.
skills.
Hey, New York, you got 24 hours to respond. Lush Uno said
Lush, this is New
the
York.
whole
But if we're
The
talking
whole-
right now, it's not even fucking close.
Oh,
Like there's galaxies. Like
24 hours, New York. This is hot
But-
hip hop
but-
conversations. You
But
got
New,
24
but New
hours.
York knows like all
You
the
on the
my
clock.
homies from New York know this already. Like all the real ones from New York know because we was watching Philly DVDs.
No, Lush Ben spoke up on this.
You feel me?
I
Yeah.
ain't fucking with it.
And but they know that we was watching Philly DVDs.
Yeah.
That's how fools learned how to rap. Like
Yeah.
What happened to
this
Meek
whole-
Mill, man? Remember who
Oh,
was
Meek gonna see
was
this
rapping?
and clip this, bro. Meek gonna use this for an
Hey,
intro.
Meek lucky, Meek
What
lucky that
happened,
hoping that happened to Joey Jihad and all that because he wasn't even supposed to be 10th in line.
Yo,
You feel me?
ARF.
Hey, but shout out though to Jada and Beanie. This is dope. I feel like a lot of OGs in New York right now are doing a lot of dope shit with the media that they're putting out. So this is just great to see. And hip hop's gonna enjoy it. But on Drink Champs, producer Southside, who
Southside.
hasn't had a hit in years. Who wrote this?
This is Flacco. Yeah. Hold on, bro. No, don't let Flacco get you in a trick
Hey,
bag.
Southside's one of my favorite producers, bro. I'm not about to read that like that. So Southside basically said he will not work with Gunna anymore because he is loyal to Young Thug.
Fire.
How do we feel about this?
Fucking tight.
This is something I wanted to talk about because people have been saying that Gunna's album sounds stale, that it's like all of the songs that Gunna sounds make the same. And I was thinking that as well, but I was thinking about who's missing from his producer cast, and it is guys like Southside and Wheezy. Wheezy
out of here.
He's made so many Gunna hits. He's made most of the Atlanta hits to me. He's my favorite Atlanta producer by far.
Well, London used to be big with Gunna. Like when London on the track, you feel me? Like he stopped.
Oh yeah,
that was like Gunna's guy.
Yeah, but Wheezy is that. He's that boy out there. Southside
Weezy
too
been-
as well. I love their beats complexion.
Could we say that if there's a
go ahead.
producer
Sorry.
fight league, Southside is beating everybody's ass? I'm pretty sure. Like
You
yeah.
better try some.
Young Chop.
That nigga better
Young
try
Chop.
some
He'll
Metro
fucking
Boomin.
knock
Want
you.
some more?
Yeah, I
Bro,
don't
he'll
think.
beat the shit out of
Bro,
Young
no,
Chop.
listen,
bro.
Southside, he's the same producer said that old FL and new FL sound different. He's fucking tweaking, bro. This one doesn't know what he's talking about, bro.
Let's peep.
Southside, I think
My
Kenny
number
needs
one
that fade, dog.
question I want to ask you.
Okay.
If Gunna asks you right now, you're a producer, y'all both beat makers.
I ain't making no beats for him.
You ain't making no beats for Gunna?
Nah. Right is right, wrong is wrong. I'm a street nigga at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, Slime been my friend. Like, I made Danny Glover for him. That blew him up. That's been my friend when he ain't had teeth in his mouth. He was signed with Gucci at first. So that's been my friend for a long time. So I could never go against what he say. Like,
That
you know what I'm
fucking
saying?
chain.
If he feels some kind of way about it, that's how he feel.
That shit is
That's how
dancing.
he's the same way with me. If I feel some kind of way about something with somebody, he just ain't gonna fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Just cause I feel some kind of way. So I just like, I can't do it.
So if Gunna was to call you right now, you would say?
Can't do it. I don't give a fuck what they got. Can't do it. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
Can't do it. That's just my dog is my dog. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Do you think Gunna violated?
I ain't gonna, I don't,
Okay.
I don't really wanna.
Fair
Cause I
enough.
feel like that's they shit. Like they,
Ain't
you
no
know what
way
I'm saying?
my
But you picking a side.
But street wise, I would have never did what he did.
Streetwise.
That's just me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if my brother did that to me, I feel some kind of way.
Hey, fuck me too.
Okay, yeah, well, he could stay with Young Thug, like flopping and not getting as many views as Gunna if he really wants to take it there. Then yeah,
Dude, what's wrong with him having a fucking?
no, it's fine. He could definitely choose to not want to work with him, but I just feel like he's gonna lose out on a lot of money not working with Gunna.
I think he'll be alright regardless. Southside is a goated producer who has been very smart with the way he's positioned himself with putting other producers on. He is the general of 808 Mafia. He's got an arsenal of other producers that will continue to make him passive income for years to come. I think him not wanting to fuck with a fucking snitch like Gunna is solid. Good music aside, there's a lot of dope rappers where you ain't got to align yourself with the fucking lame ass fools that are ratting.
He's definitely like a producer, but I mean, what was the last Southside song that went crazy.
I mean, like, I ain't gonna lie. It's probably been a second. I think Flacco bleeding it on the title. You might have said something.
Who hasn't had a hit in
Cool.
years?
Let's look it up. Let's look up. I'm about to chat GPT.
I think you guys would be surprised. Yeah, I'm sure he's got a hit within the last year.
Yeah,
or
he
two,
probably.
for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm about to look this up right now.
Yeah,
because-
Southside is he's a boy out here.
Bro, producers at that level don't even like work on beats anymore. They just have other producers under them, send them
My
multiple
phone just
loops, and they
died.
just put them all together.
Yeah, that shit was funny though. He said, "I'm a real street nigga, right or wrong. I'm riding with my dog. That's just my dog
Yeah,
for real.
I mean, squeak wise.
Yeah.
Streetwise.
That's just my dog for real. I mean, shit, bro. I hate to see this shit though. For real, I hate when artists aren't getting together and making the best music possible though. I know people be like, "Oh, that's a lame take, whatever." You know, shit's got to be real, and you know, whatever it may be, motherfuckers get into it. But man, I'm even to go back to the Kendrick Drake shit for a second. I'm mad that Kendrick wasn't on the Big 3 track. What was that with J. Cole?
Oh, the fucking
Drake and Kendrick.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been crazy.
First person shooter. What was it
First
called?
person
Yeah.
shooter. That would have been.
I thought that song was gay. I'm not gonna lie.
That song was
bro.
pretty mid. I'm not gonna lie.
That shit would have been hard though if they were all
That's
three
what
on it.
started
So
the beef,
whatever,
man.
we gonna be missing
Yeah,
out on
yeah.
good
That's what
music
kicked
as
off
long as
the beef.
yeah, that's what kicked off the beef for real. But I mean, you know,
That's what kicked it
motherfuckers
off.
get into it and we miss out on good music because I would love to hear Gunna on Wheezy shit, Southside shit, but you know, he said he riding with his dog, right or wrong. You feel me?
I think that Gunna's still a talented artist, but there's definitely a huge aura point damage that he suffered. And to me, like, it's not to the point where would I slap some Gunna music if it came on and it sounded good? Yeah. But do I care about the trajectory of his career? No. You feel me? Like, if the producers don't want to align themselves with him, if they want to take their talent to empower other voices, go right the fuck ahead.
Didn't they both recently drop too?
That's real.
Thug and Gunna. They both recently dropped.
But Thug is neutered. You're failing
His music
to
changed,
acknowledge.
bro. After he got out, his shit.
What do you mean?
But
He has
it's mid
legal
now.
stipulations that says that he's not allowed to talk about gangs, selling drugs, or any street activities.
So can he not be a good artist without having to talk about those things?
I mean, when that's been a huge part of your repertoire as an artist, saying you can't talk about that moving forward is definitely damaging.
But if you're really as goated as people think you are, like you don't need any particular topic to be a good artist and make good music.
Bro, you giving Thug too big of a crutch. He don't need that crutch, bro. His new shit that he's dropped since he's been out, the shit he has with Drake or whatever, the super melodic shit, it's hot. I like Thug for the melodies and the singing, like dropping jewels and all that. Like Thug has cuts, bro. Like I don't think this little stipulation about what he could talk about is about to hinder him in the booth.
No,
He's still gonna
I
be
think
going
it is
crazy.
hindering him, but I think that people are also overemphasizing, like, oh, Thug's fell off, he's trash. And he had the best verse on Lil Baby's fucking mid-ass album. Let's just say that.
Oh,
You
that
feel me?
Dumb,
Like-
Dumb and Dumber, bro.
Like, yeah,
The shit
he had
has
like
with
the
Future, it's
he was the
going crazy.
highlight of that fucking album. You
Yeah,
feel me?
bro, I'm
Like,
slapping all that shit. I don't know what motherfuckers
So-
talking about. I don't think it's gonna hinder him.
Jeff is still Jeff. I agree. Is it going to hinder him? Yeah, because we don't get like the same rawness, the same authenticity. You're dealing with somebody that now has to like paint within lines that didn't currently exist for him.
And what do you
previously.
think? As Young Thug, like since he's, I feel like he started like the whole melodic Atlanta shit. Really, like, do you think that he needs to talk about like street shit to make good music?
I mean, shit. Just continue speaking on what he been speaking. Just continue speaking on what he been speaking about. I mean, other than that, I mean, we watched the Rico. We seen what happened. I mean, he could try to resell the Rico, but shit, just man, speak about your perspective as far as being out. You know what I'm saying, living life now. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. But I think the album gonna do good. You feel me? Because this his first album being out. You ain't heard nothing, and people gonna tune in. I think it's gonna do numbers. You know what I'm saying?
As a fan, I think he needs to pivot and make some other completely different, whole new wave.
You can do some shit for those. You can do some shit. You feel me? Like go back in his reggae bag. There's a lot of shit. Thug is Thug. With that being said, I want to let y'all know, very exciting news. So,
but how much can Thug do though?
How much can Thug do, like sales wise?
Like as far as like music wise, like
I mean, he's versatile as fuck. He literally started the whole like melodic ATL sound that we knew of, like that defined the 2010s.
Yeah.
Really. I think he could just like sing, right? Yeah.
No, I think if you
bullshit. So no, I fuck with Thug.
Okay,
No,
okay,
that's
okay.
no. I'm just he got his own little sound. So we all different. You feel me? All diverse people. But so you just saying he should just drop the street shit and like just do like party shit or something?
I'm saying the
street
street
music.
I'm saying he doesn't have to rap about street shit to make good music, and I feel like he's limiting himself because he doesn't know how to pivot. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm confused though. I feel like the shit that I hear from Thug, like Thug on Remote Control on the Kanye album, the
Shit,
Oh You Went that he just dropped.
Shit, he ain't been rapping. I mean, shit, cause only thing he could do shit is rapping about shit, flossing and traveling.
That's what I feel like.
That's
he's been
all he's
rapping
allowed
about.
to.
I'm like,
got the money, shit. Nigga been traveling, man.
Yeah.
I'm flossing and traveling. Shit,
Thug's been
see,
rapping about some fly ass shit for years now.
But think about this. You guys are all artists, so you can understand this. If you went through like the shit that he just went through, being incarcerated, fucking fearing that, you know, for the freedom of his life being taken away and all that, and that whole public spectacle, and then you're not even allowed to address it in the fashion that you know how to express yourself, and that's like a huge like that's like incarceration while you're free. You know what I mean? That's a form of like mental lockdown right there. It's fucked up. You know?
Yeah.
Because like in his essence, he's an artist. This is how he expresses himself, and he's not allowed to really say anything that might be on his mind. Because what would be on your mind if you just fucking were fighting a case for 3 years and it was the biggest deal ever, and your homies are flipping and betraying on you, snitching into it?
Oh, that shit behind me, man. Freedom, bro. We moving forward. My family right here, the kids right here. I still got my money. That shit behind me. Like, I ain't got time to trauma. We already passed the trauma. The trauma is fighting the trial and being in that bathroom. Once we out, shit, we got to drop that, man. We healing now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I personally haven't liked to see Thug kind of going at Gunna, because I feel like he like just how you said some things you shouldn't address with the Rob Markman thing. I feel like Thug's aura right now is like big boss, like Teflon Don. I beat the feds. I'm getting paid off of this dude. Still, he's one of the biggest artists in the world. Like, I'm a mogul now.
So
I'm
he
an
getting paid
icon.
off Gunna?
You feel me? Like, yeah, he is. We don't know
Gunna was
exactly.
signed to him, so he definitely is making money off of some Gunna records.
It's been
for
insinuated, right? So, like, I feel like Thug now just needs to come out, get hot, drop some fly shit. Don't matter what you're talking about, as long as it sounds good. You can slap it in the whip. Tons of people want to support Thug right now. Like, he just needs to go crazy. Like, I get what Ant's saying. I get your perspective. You might want a little trauma in your music, but I feel like, yeah, it's just foot on the gas, heavy melodic, heavy fly shit they'll be playing out in Paris during Fashion Week. Just get it going again. You know what I'm saying?
All he needs is
another. And I agree with that. You feel me? So I wasn't really understanding the question when bro had asked me, but like, yeah, like as far that's what I'm saying. Like, if he ain't gonna continue like in what he was doing, like the only thing he could do is rap about shit, flossing. You feel me? Like getting money, traveling, stuff like that.
And then the thing is that like I don't think he doesn't need to go at Gunna, because if what's understood don't got to be explained, bro. Everyone knows you gave Gunna like his whole career, but don't like just show them instead of like having to talk about it, because then you start to look like Meek Mill.
No, exactly, and I agree with your point, Rick, when you was all like, yeah, it's kind of the same thing as Drake addressing Markman. This is like it's definitely aura HP points. Like his health bar is lowered by showing that he's affected by what's can be interpreted as jealousy of Gunna's current success and trajectory and his lack thereof, and also the freedom that Gunna's allowed to have while expressing himself that Thug is unable to do. That
because he's showing depth in his music.
With that being said, Thug is one Havana away from being on top again. You feel me? Like his feature on Havana is bigger than anything he did in his entire career.
Come on now.
And if he is on another big pop record like that, which Young Thug could do very easily, if Lady Gaga or fucking, you know what I'm saying, Doja Cat or whoever alternative decides to throw Young Thug on a record.
I would love some Doja and Thug. That would go crazy right now.
Could be amazing.
What? That would go crazy.
Hey, in our minds, you feel me?
Yeah, what we got?
But what we on though? We're gonna keep running through these topics. How long does the news usually go?
We're already past. We could get into super chats, but I want to say before that, as soon as this stream is over, we are pulling the trigger and dropping the No Jumper cipher at 3 p.m.
Let's go.
No
So-
Jumper
Let's
Cipher,
let's
you know what
go.
I'm saying? Cartier Diamonds.
Yeah.
Did my
Produced
shit
by-
custom.
You feel me? That's it. That's all you get.
Yeah.
So featured on the cipher, we're not going to say who. You're just going to have to watch it and see. It's some of the homies from the No Jumper Squad going crazy, and it's dope. Y'all let us know whose verses you enjoyed. What's your favorite punches? What's your favorite moments in the video? Kenny made the beats. You know,
Yes, sir. Produced it. Also, it was fun. Super
you're going to
good
be
time.
seeing a lot more music related to No Jumper, and I will say there's a big surprise because all proceeds from this cipher and the monetization will be going to Brick Babies, legal defense, etc.
Lush broke suspect out with a pocket knife.
With a pocket knife. Had to let him go, you feel me? Freed sus with a pocket knife. And so we got that. And surprise, y'all don't know this yet, or some of y'all might, but 4 p.m. surprise stream or somewhere around 4 today. I'm doing another No Jumper show because tomorrow's No Jumper show, Adam will not be there. So he will be there today. So everybody tune in. Don't leave this channel all day, essentially. Dedicate your time and your souls to what we got cracking over here. So
Hell yeah.
with that being said, let's get into the Super Chisnai Nuts.
Yeah. What this person's name is Standard what? It's a little
Standard DLV. Standard Las Vegas, perhaps.
Okay, Standard Las Vegas. Welcome to the No Jumpers members only. Priz, welcome to the No Jumper members. Scroll down.
5 and up.
Flip Flown chatting right now. Drake suing for defamation, and he was first to bring up him liking young girls. Nobody mentions that. All right, from below 44. Chatting right now, mate.
First Street Nino said, "Lush, shut the fuck up." The man said he knew as soon as he heard the horns, and it is by far not the best diss record in rap history. You are insane. Well, it's definitely the most impactful. Like it's not like
from the horns.
No, I knew. I heard the horns. I heard the horns. I did. I absolutely did. I knew. And then as soon as he started, I mean, look, it's all documented. I talked about this several times before. I understand that, like, me having such an understanding of the culture might be beyond people's comprehension. But beyond that, it is, from not my opinion, but from the culture's opinion and impact-wise, the greatest diss track in hip-hop history. There's no debate. It's not my favorite, but it is the best. And I'm not crazy for saying that. I'd be crazy to not say it.
All right, well, shit. Well, Benji Baghdad, welcome to the No Jumpers members only. Who's that? What is this person saying?
King Joffrey Jofer.
King Joffrey.
Lush, why don't you get in your hip-hop bag and put content out about how Draco influenced GNX? You keep saying it, but y'all give half-baked examples. Yes, you're correct. And it's something I've been working on for a long time. So we got a treat for you regarding that soon. TTMG Mick said Dial Tone is wearing ants on his head. Lush, name an album or worthy battle. Someone beat the fuck out of those forces.
They're talking about me. They've been cooking me the whole stream. It's been
Name
crazy.
a Lush album or worthy battle. I mean, shit, you can look at my catalog, brother. You feel me? That's for you to decide.
My shits are pretty.
But widely regarded as my greatest work, I would say, is the Above the Devil album and the Gold Bricks in the Wall album. You know, or I think I got 6 songs on Spotify with over 1 million streams. You know, do your digging, brother. See what you enjoy. What else we got?
Is that it? Is that it from the?
I think that's it. We appreciate y'all. We will be back in like an hour and change. And before that, we got the motherfucking cipher going up. So, yeah, you already know what it is. Young Ann Hefe, you don't give a fuck about Nathan but what the checks say. Kenny Malice, you feel me?
Ricky Roy, I'm out of here, baby.
You play upon a lush who don't never counterfeit. We about a grip, but we about this bitch.